birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, yeah. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. I'm feeling good.
I imagine the engine noises, it's working.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I'm hoping that everybody can hear me as well. Oh. And they can. They can hear us both. That's stunning. Oh. Incredible, Alan. Incredible.
Yes, Pete. Yes. Considering we've had the usual Windows meltdown in operation.
Yes, yes. Windows updates, folks. It's absolutely done me a good one. Welcome to Backfire Simsport TV. This is TCR Challenge Cup Season 18. 18, really? We are in week 11 of 13. Don't forget, this is a 13-week season. We are not in the penultimate week just yet. That's next week. We're at Rudskogen in Norway, Alan. It feels like Norway in the UK right now, doesn't it? It's very, very cold. Yeah. And we're at the Motorsenter. It's a wonderful track, this. I I actually like this track.
Yes.
It's very, very entertaining, and for drivers and viewers alike, actually. I'm Pete Bingham, and I'm joined in the booth by Sir Alan of Toon. Good evening.
Good evening, Pete. Good evening, everybody. Yes,
Cool.
here we are in sunny Norway.
Sunny Norway. Well, it's cloudy Norway, actually, by the look at that weather. Let's have a quick look at what the weather's going to do. We've got 22 drivers. We've got a few that haven't turned up. We knew about a couple that weren't available for this week, and we now know that a certain individual has broken his finger. I don't know what Magda's done to the poor lad, but Casper is, he says, I've broke one of my fingers and probably won't be competing.
He's on the wounded list.
He is, we're on a man-down situation.
Well, I do hope you recover soon, my dear friend.
I think Magda wasn't that happy about his finishing position at Bathurst,
right.
and she's done something to him. I mean, that's pretty brutal, isn't it, really? You know.
We don't want to hear the poor man being damaged.
No, we don't. No.
I've broken bits of myself, quite a few of them, and it's no fun.
No, it's not. I've also done the same. It lacks entertainment value, let's say.
It certainly does.
Yeah, let's have a quick look at the league. Hopefully
Yes.
everybody's sound is working.
Yes, Roger.
Yeah, let me, I don't know. Maybe there's no sound of the cars on the YouTube video. I don't know whether you could nip to YouTube, could you, and see if there's any sound of vehicles on the broadcast. While I bring up the championships and run through them quickly, because we're a bit late to broadcast because of the sound. Right, so
I can hear you, Pete.
but you can't hear
And
the
I can hear
cars.
cars, yeah.
Oh, you can. Oh, right. Okay, that's cool. Right, good. Okay, let's go with that then.
Yes.
Right, I can close that
Yes,
down.
they're on there. They're just not on my pick.
No, sorry about that.
That's all right.
We'll
It's
remedy
all
that
right,
for
my dear.
another day. Yeah.
Yes, I haven't got any sound of cars, folks, so I'm making imaginary car sounds in my
Yeah,
head.
if you
and
hear-
it's working fine.
Yeah, if you hear Alan going broom broom, then you know why. Stephen Walker leads our championship still, Alan.
I'm
He
not
is-
surprised, mate.
I know, he's been
Don't like the
so
clappers.
reliable. Yeah. He is 202 points clear. We've got a few people on. Oh, JB Dejoux has got man flu, so he's on death's door.
Come on, now you got that right 4 times on the trot last week.
I know. And
JB,
oh, Dejoux. Oh, why am I? I've just fallen off my perch, haven't I? I really have.
Yes.
He says, "Good luck, everybody." He might have to start working on himself here. For those of you that know what he does for a living, that is hilarious. But Rob Sutherland's on. Good vehicle sound, says Rob. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate that, I do. And I race in Southern Africa says, hi, Dejoux. Got that right before I did. Bloody hell. Right, so Stephen Walker leads by 202 points. That's basically 2 race wins of a standard sprint or endurance. So he's going to have to not turn up at all for Steinman Trendle to catch him, Alan. And then Alex Sabalano-Lado in 3rd at the moment, Pete Newman in 4th, and Miguel, who's not got really a hope of it now, for the championship at least, because he took a 200-point penalty by swapping cars outside of week 6.
And still in the top 5.
And still in the top 5. You've got to be annoyed at people that can do that, right? Let's have a look at Pro-Am. So Casper, not here with us. He's 1 pinky down. High 4, Casper, high 4. He's 180 points clear of Carl Hardy, so he can afford to sit it out and put his feet up. But when he comes back, he's going to have his work cut out, Alan.
Yes, they will close the gap.
They're going to be queuing up. Look at that, Carl Hardy and Tony Walker.
None of
Probably
these chaps
Renee.
are shy.
No,
are
they're not.
Not shy.
Not shy and reserving. Yeah.
They're not going to be slow at coming forward.
No, they're not. No. Right. So let's have a look at AM class. Anthony Hilton leading the way again. He is 100. No, he's not. He's not even 100, is he? This is the closest one. This is like 80 points.
No, he's
60,
not quite the
60.
domination that he had last season. Max is doing a fantastic
Max is
job.
brilliant this season. I don't know what's going on there exactly. But then David Ayres in 3rd. He's won this before. We don't know how because he's too busy flashing his lights normally. And then Daniel Lewis in 4th with Chris Dixon in 5th. I moved Paul Hurley over to this category at his request. He's down there in 10th. and I've changed his windscreen banner, hopefully. We've got more than I said a minute ago. There are people still joining. So Luke Jones has just joined us and Chris Dixon's just joined
fantastic.
us. A bit late to the party is Mr. Chris.
We don't mind.
Yeah.
He's here and he has one busy life, that chap.
Does he?
He does indeed.
Oh, right.
He doesn't get a lot of time.
Oh, okay. You'll have
A
to...
very busy family man as well as all his work commitments.
Oh, okay. He lives near me, you know. I've been meaning to
Does
try
he?
and get a drink with him. Yeah, he's about 6 miles away. It's nothing.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Never mind. Right, so Team Chimera are in the lead, but not by much. 90 points. That's all it is. Result X Pure Sims chasing them down, and right on them, 1 point behind Result X Pure Sims is Hydra Race Genetic Racing White. Then there's a big drop to TRL Racing Forces.
Hold on a minute. Is that Spencer and
The white team is Stephen Walker and Sam Blees. Now, Sam Blees is not here today. This is the first one I've known him not to be at this season, so he's obviously got real life commitments somewhere. Spencer's not here either, so I don't know whether they've got an event on themselves. I can't remember what they
they're
said.
the Racing Forces one? Are they the Racing Forces one?
No, they're Geo.
Right. Oh, is he Geo as well then? So there's 3 of them.
There's 2 by 2 at the moment. So
Yeah,
Stephen
well,
Walker and
Stephen Walker and
Sam.
Sam.
and then Spencer and Matt Flannery
Yes.
in the other
Spencer
squad.
and Matt Flannery and the other one.
Yeah, not
Hydra
seen
Race
Matt for a
Racing.
few weeks.
GD's it, right.
Yeah. Right, driver
Yeah.
of the meeting is
Crikey.
broken fingered
What, 3 teams?
Yeah, I know. Casper Smirnoff, high 4 to you. Is leading this by head, shoulders and everything else. Simon Trendle in second with JB Dejoux, Alex Lado and Anthony Hilton on the same points.
Ag.
They're
You
just
nearly got
stacking
it
up.
right again.
Oh no, I did. Oh, JB Dejoux. Oh my god, that's never going to sit now, you know. Never going to sit now. Andy Littler's on the chat. I wonder if the cabin crew are actually going to vote tonight. Is there anyone in the cabin? So, your Safe Driver Award is still being absolutely dominated by Max Nevin Shani. Now, I don't think Max is here tonight. I've not seen his name in the roster.
Oh, well,
No, he's not.
I think
so
he's in
another
a
one.
fairly, he's in a good, strong position there.
Well, given the fact that he's got more laps than most of the people that we can see on the screen there, and a lot less incident points, I think
Yes.
he's slowly sewing this up for himself.
Chris is doing well. isn't
Yeah, Chris Needham's doing
Quietly.
fantastic. Yeah, we used to see him in Simon Trendle here, but Dietmar is not a usual feature. He's in the top 5, and Jamie Wilson.
Jamie.
He's always in this championship somewhere, isn't he?
he? Always in with a shout.
No cabin crew, Alan. No cabin crew.
Oh.
And he says hello to JB Dejoux. See what I did there? I got it right. As we've just gone to qualifying, which is why it's gone quiet for everybody else apart from Alan, where it was already quiet. Right, so. Right, we are here in Norway. It's cloudy. I don't know what the weather forecast situation is. Shall we have a quick look? What's it saying
19%.
here? 19%. Oh, Alan.
Yeah, it's not
Ooh,
much, is it?
it's not.
There's
It's-
some small chance.
Yeah, we won't say anything in case they're listening. They're probably already checking it themselves, but never mind. But yes, there is a subtle chance of some moisture.
One of the chaps I watch on my YouTube is called the Norwegian Explorer.
Oh right, nice.
He's Norwegian. He drives his van around all the time.
I was going to say, does he explore?
Yes, he does. And he spends a lot of time driving through snowy territory. It's very peaceful and nice. And then he gets lots of blizzards. There are blizzards up there, you know.
Right,
Yes, and hurricanes and such like. And he sits in his van getting blown all over.
right. That's interesting.
Yes, and
That is
people pay
interesting.
money
I
to
like
do
it.
it.
Oh yeah, one of my favourite things to watch at Christmas is a program called All Aboard, and it's a sleigh ride, and it's the Sami natives from Finland, and it's just them on a reindeer-led sled making their way through their country. It's very good, very calming. So
Yes.
everybody's view of me has just changed, hasn't it? Right, anyway, we have Luke Jones late to the session, so this is probably his qualifying, his practice as well as his qualifying. Nobody's set a time yet. We're going to jump on board with somebody. This track has corner names, but given the fact that I can't speak English very well, as you can probably tell, and I keep getting JB's surname wrong, I'm not going to try the names. We're going to go with what everybody else usually does on broadcasts of Rudskogen and use turn numbers. There's 14 turns on this track.
So yes, I'm going to say there's plenty of corners to go at.
Yes,
If you
there
haven't
is.
got names, you've got corners for sure.
Yeah, I'll put you a
They
track
pack
map
them
up.
in, and they're very exciting, a lot of them, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, the layout of the track, we'll just jump on board here with Luke, because he's into turn 1 at the minute. It turns back on you. You got pit lane exit on the left there. You hold the inside here and then let it roll out to the outside here. You're trying to straighten the car up for maximum
Strong
acceleration.
isn't it?
Yeah, this is a good bit of the track. You got mountainside on the right hand side there, big cliff faces either side of you here. As you come down here and then shed the speed a little. Oh, he's been distracted by, is that David Ayres? I don't know. That's going to be an off track and it's going to invalidate his lap, but we'll stay with him. In fact, no, we'll go and find somebody else. Has anybody put a time on yet? No, nobody's put a time on. We shall wait and we'll...
Quick little section, nasty
Yeah.
left-hander, very sharp.
It was David
With the
Ayres.
front-wheel drive cars, these are nippy sections through here.
They are.
The car wants to drag you through those turns.
Oh, this
They're
is
very
good.
fast.
Yeah, let's jump on board with Miguel. He's got a tow here from, I think it's Jamie. It might be...
Pete.
Oh, it's Pete. Yeah, well done. Right, so round the corner we go. We've already done this bit with Luke a minute ago. He's going to straighten the car up, and then that's a nice bit of extra bit of track he's taken there, but it's well within track limits, so that's good. Up and over the brow of this hill and down through this this little canyon here. Shed the speed. Don't let it run out like they've both done there. Did you see that? Where's Pete Newman? We're going to go on board with Pete instead. So he's going to he made it round that corner. Plenty of curb here on the left and on the right. You can be very, very greedy with these as you come through this S's section. Grab a lot of it.
Sharp.
Yeah, it's
on the
very
brakes
sharp.
there.
Yeah, very, very well controlled from Pete Newman there. On cold tyres, it'll be.
Made that look easy, didn't it?
He did.
Goodness, it's not easy coming around there.
No, this is a proper horseshoe, this one. It comes back on you. And then you fire it up and round this left-hand kink. It's more of a bend than a turn. And then this is a 90-degree left-hander, so you can carry quite a bit of speed there. You can run it out, it doesn't really matter, as long as it's not raining. Cut across the track, and then this is like spoon corner. This goes on forever, this one. And we're still going. We're going to write a postcard out, and then right onto the start-finish straight, where we began our journey just 1 minute and 25 seconds ago. 28 seconds ago, sorry. Yeah. So that is a lap.
About a minute and a half lap, and
Yeah.
that's very average size for a lap. But they pack a lot in at this place.
Yeah, they do.
But they're not short of mountains and things in Norway. And,
No, they're
This
not.
goes up and down a fair old amount, this place.
It's got a lot of undulation to it. You can see it there, just in that picture, can't you?
Look at that. Yeah, classic, beautiful descents. It does not put some pace into the car though, and really affects your braking line. Where you're
Yeah.
going to put the brakes on because you're going so fast downhill.
Well, we saw it from Miguel. I mean, it invalidated his last lap. He's now chasing down Dietmar. And that's Jamie Jeffrey in behind him there as well. Where's Jamie's time on the board? Jamie. Where is Jamie? Oh, he's in 5th. Right, so that's quite a tidy time, yeah. Dietmar, well done, mate. That is a nice time. Dietmar's done a 128.82. Fastest lap so far in qualifying. You can see it there on the top of the board. 127.89 is it's a lucky time, Alan. Very lucky.
Yes.
So yeah,
Stephen clearly is going quick again this week. There hasn't been a week when it hasn't been quick.
No, he does put the time in though. He puts lots and lots of practice in, and he does lots of officials as well. So it's not for want of effort.
No, it's largely, I imagine, because of Edward.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And that was very nice purple that went around his number. I do like that.
Yes.
And so he scoops the purple. Now, is anybody going to get? Have we got any votes in the 27s, Pete?
Nobody else is in the 27s yet. We've got quite a lot of people. We've got 1 second covering the top 8. And then we've got everybody else. Well, 2 seconds covers the top 16. And 3 seconds covers the field at the moment as Simon Trendle throws one in there in 4th place. So that brings him out of no man's land. The only person not to put a time on the board at the minute is Fee, who is back here at the moment. I shouldn't say back here. She is here. She's got Alex behind her, I think that is. No, it's not Alex, because that's a green. Yeah, Demis, thank you. Good spot, good eyes.
Red wheels, they match the shade of my eyes at the moment.
That whiskey is good. Pete Newman rolls into 2nd place. That's a nice time. 0.3 of a second, we'll call that. Oh, no. As Stephen Walker just says, no, you're not.
Martin, Martin, that's superb.
Oh, look at Pete Newman's time. 0.1 of a second behind Stephen Walker. And Stephen Walker's gone to the pits. This is Pete Newman's opportunity to get a time on the board if he's got the fuel for it.
If you can pinch, well, you know, it's such an advantage being at the front.
He's not.
His first race.
He's not on it. He's off the gas.
No.
So he's not going to improve. Not on that lap. Improving drivers.
Yes, there's still plenty of time, though, isn't there?
Oh yeah, it's halfway through.
And, yeah, it's such an advantage being at the front of the grid in this sprint race. Everybody wants it. Everybody tries really hard with the qualification because it's got such value.
I do remember it's very, very difficult to get an overtake on this track because it's flowing. There's no heavy stops as such.
No, it's a delight to drive.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's the easiest place to actually advance your course as a race winner.
No, and you can see what people have done here. They've done a session, Mig's keeping out of the way there, Miguel Freitas, of everybody actually on a lap. He's on an out lap. So there's quite a few that have gone back in and got new tyres. This must be a tactic for the fast guys because it's the top of the field that are doing it, Alan. The rest of them are not.
Yes. You don't often see that, do we? A whole horde of new people coming out on fresh rubber.
Yeah.
But yes, as you noted, halfway through the session, that's not a coincidence.
No, it's not. Martin Shirley here is doing a very nice job so far. He's the top Pro-Am car. He was in an official with Tom Woodcock, who used to race with us, and they had a knobhead in the field called Bruno. So I think they've protested him for intentional wrecking. So we don't need that. Those sort of people would not sit well and sit long in this league because people don't accept it here, do they? Right, so Paul Hurley should have new number boards and everything else. He's just there on screen actually, so he's in AM class now. I think he's happier about that.
Yes, well, yes, I think he'll be much happier. And, he'll get some good racing. He's been getting good racing, I imagine, because how can you not in this lot?
I know, yeah. We've got 25 cars now, which is very healthy. For this point in the season, that's probably one of our better fields.
That's my captain. It's top 10 still for my captain.
Yeah, he's in 8th at the moment, Carl Hardy. iRacing South Africa is shouting for Paul Hurley for JAS. I don't know what JAS stands for, but we'll find out at some point.
Juicy and sexy, I imagine.
Oh, that's good. Very good. I like that. Deck Crowther's gone to the pits. I think that's his qualifying done.
Yes.
Oh, no, he could come out and get a couple of laps in, fair. Right,
He's
who
done
else
well.
is rolling
It's
around?
15th. That's a good time for Deck.
Yeah. Just an average sim racer is what it stands for. Thank you very much, iRacing Southern Africa. Cutting Cornies fans are here, so we should go and find them. So they're both together in the field at the moment, in 11th and 12th. That's Renee in the Honda. Just coming around to set a lap away, and you can see Dietmar actually in the background there. Look at him. He's got Jamie Wilson to race with for company there. Jamie needs to sort his times out. We did steal some of his practice though, didn't we, Alan? Trying to sort the sound out, so we'll give him some leeway for that. He's our technical wizard when it comes to all things sound and visual.
Yeah. As soon as it goes wrong, we're on the blower.
Yes, we are. He's the go-to, if you know what I mean. He's so technically savvy. It would be silly not to be honest. He does lots and lots for our league, as does Alex Savillano-Lado. He does lots for our social media. I couldn't think of the terminology. I'm tired tonight. I woke up at 3 in the morning, could not get back to sleep last night.
No, how that feels, sweetie.
Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? That's not the line that you take through there normally, and he's off the gas now, so he's... maybe that might be all right. It is a frustrating corner.
You need to get it right, don't you? It goes on for, like you said, it just go on for half an hour.
I know, yeah. It's like, you get bored, don't you? I'm bored of turning right. I want to turn left now. It's a bit like driving NASCAR. But yeah, Deck Crowd has not come back out again, so I don't know whether he's tweaking stuff and we might see him again. But he's still in the pits. Jura Larkinen is in the pits as well. He has done a time. I don't think he's going to be very happy with it. Maybe he'll come back out. Some of the top fast guys, Pete Newman and Miguel and Tony Walker, are in the pits. Dietmar seems to be doing all right on this lap, as does Martin Shirley.
Fantastically well. Again, he's been showing up round there. It's very fine driving.
Yeah, solid performance here from Martin Shirley in this qualifying session. He's done so well in the last 2 seasons, and he's only raced 2 seasons with us. I thought more of the RD Simsport guys would come back to us. Maybe they'll come back next season. Don't know. There are wooden trophies on offer. We'll just show them for the wonders.
Yes, look at that.
So the one in the foreground on the right there is now well, he's either set fire to it or it's on a mantelpiece in the Lucky Wookie Walker household. He ran off with that one last season. Season 18 is just behind it there, a little bit blurred, and then you can see season 19 right at the back. These are massive, you know, Alan. They're huge. 7 foot high. These things.
Didn't they use them as the model for Stonehenge?
Yeah. And then made the stone ones that they actually used smaller because they were originally too big. And then you can see the V8 ESC one. Season 15 is currently on now, and they're duking it out. I don't know whether Simon Trendle's at the top of that one. He usually is. I'm just going to go and have a quick look so that everybody's well versed in it. So Simability Cup is being led by Simon Trendle. So he's going to get himself some firewood.
Reigning champion Simon Trendle.
Reigning champion Simon Trendle. Absolutely right. He's mopping up in V8 ESC at the moment. Bob Woodhouse is in second in that league, and Woodward.
That's good. Bob's doing well this season.
Yeah, he is. He's 200 points behind Simon Trendle, but that's not difficult, is it? Oh, as we go to we reach the end of qualifying, so I'm going to have to go and find some stuff to press.
Did Steve retain his position at the front?
I'll let you know in a second.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Right. So let me do this.
That's a wicked front trio, isn't it? Again.
It is, yeah. It's brutal, actually. I was expecting Simon Trendle to be up there as well, but no man. So Stephen Walker, our current reigning champion and championship leader, will lead us away for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing White. Pete Newman will go off second on the front row. Miguel will go off third on the second row with Alex Savillano-Lado next to him in fourth. Fifth will be Jamie Jeffrey. Martin Shirley will go off sixth. Seventh will be Simon Trendle. Tony Walker, that's really good qualifying from Tony, in eighth. Yeah, Carl, your captain, will go off ninth. Chris Needham, he's showing really good calibre this season, really good. In 10th, Dietmar in 11th with his teammate next to him on the grid, 12th. Hopefully they don't end up with any shenanigans. 13th will be Roger Morton. How is he so high up the standings? Never mind. With
He's
Pete
fresh.
he's fresh. Yeah, with Pete Van Gool in 14th next to him. Deck Crowther in 15th with Jamie Wilson next to him in 16th. Anthony Hilton, the first of the Pro-Am guys, has not got the gap he normally has because Paul Hurley is there in 18th next to him.
Yeah, fantastic. Well done, Paul.
Yeah, 19th will be David Ayres this evening with Luke Jones in 20th on the same row as him. Daniel Lewis will go off 21st with Demis Tigchalar in 22nd. 23rd will be Fiona Siddons with Chris Dixon in 24th. And then 25th will be Jura Larkinen for Hydro Race Racing Forces. I got through the grid quite quickly, actually.
You did well.
Yeah, for once,
Dab
that was
hand.
pretty good.
Absolute dab hand at it.
Yeah, I've only been doing it 8 years. Right, let's go and find a car to look at. We'll look at Pete Newman there, and we'll do this. Stop flashing your lights. Stop it.
It's
Hang on.
hard,
We'll
isn't it?
just choose a different car to look at. There you go. I've nearly got you. Who's that? Who's that?
That's Roger.
Is that Roger? I thought better of you, Roger. I really did. I had good hopes for you. Shattered hopes now. Oh, here we go. Right, we're on. We're going to look at Alex. So we're looking at the second row. And the lights have gone out. And we're gone on this sprint race. This is a 20-minute race. And Miguel did not go. Miguel Freitas bogged down.
Got a flyer. Did you see that?
Yeah. Dietmar's gone backwards a little. And everybody piles into turn one.
Stephen, he got plenty of lift there.
He did. And we're around and
Look
we're
at
gone.
that. You see, look at the gap he's got.
I know.
What a start he made.
He's got nearly a second in one corner. They cut it down in the second one, believe it or not. So here we go. Everybody's squirreling down the hill here. This could be the site of the disaster.
What happened to Miguel?
Miguel just bogged down. He just did not engage.
Goodness, it cost him, didn't it?
It did. We've got safeguard battling going on in back here.
Oh, he's in 11th. It cost him 8 places.
Yes, it did.
Oh.
And there he is.
Sweaty.
Andy's on the outside of the corner here. So,
Be,
not
looking
doing
to
so
get
well.
that back. It'll
Yeah.
be Eager Beager who's flashing lights there.
Tony Walker. No home for flashing lights. Chris Needham, that's a lovely attempt here. And he's going to get this done.
Look at
That's
that.
gorgeous. Or is he? Because the next turn goes against him. And Miguel is now sniffing.
Superb racing.
Absolutely fantastic from all three of these guys. Soon to be 4, because Renee is under Chris. Chris slots back in.
Guys, that's superb.
Beautiful
Old
racing.
Tyres, and tight as you like. And look at that. It's
Little nudge
fantastic.
for Renee from Chris Needham.
Just an affectionate pat.
Yeah, I'm still here. And, okay, so Stephen's lead is not as big as it was after the first turn. So there is... Oh, hang on. Where's Pete Newman
Alex
gone?
has done Pete. Oh, Pete's car. Is it all right?
Yeah, he just sent it on himself, I think.
Oh, goodness.
Why is Demis in the pits?
Oh, no.
Oh, that must be a jump start from Demis Tigchalar. That's the...
Oh, no.
No.
What's he doing? He's pulling up.
Right, I'm going to have a look at that in a minute. Because that's a bit odd. Oh, somebody's just
It'd be a
moved.
drive-through if it was a jump start. It wouldn't be a stop and go.
No, you're right. There's something else going on there. We'll have a look at the board in a second.
Oh, cracky.
Oh
These
my
guys are busy.
god! Oh, and that is
That's Pete.
Pete Van Gool going mega wide, and Anthony Hilton's going to do him here if he's not watching out.
Oh, look at this. Fantastic racing, chaps.
Yeah. I think the Audi's going to struggle here today. I just get that feeling. Right, so Stephen Walker, after Pete Newman lost the front end of that car, has now got a 1.5 second comfy lead. Proper little duvet of time, that one.
Yes. Well, with the pace he's showing, that is, actually. It doesn't look much, but...
Yeah, he's got the purple
he'll
lap
be
as well.
comfortable, and with a second in his pocket, he'll be very feeling comfortable.
Yes, he will. Right, so there goes Stephen in the foreground, and then everybody else follows him. This is a good overtake here. Oh, I thought I was on Miguel, then I wasn't. I am now. That's Dietmar.
He's giving Miguel something to think about there.
He is. Miguel thought about it just for a minute, and then thought he wanted to be in front. Pete Van Gool. chasing Jamie Wilson, who's up 3 positions. He's doing really well. The only person doing better in terms of position hopping is Luke Jones at the back of this little queue. I'm going to put you a track map up, folks, because I keep forgetting to do that. Anybody chatting to us on the chat? iRacing Southern Africa says, no problems. We are teammates. I will be in for the next season, and he's going to join us.
Oh,
Excellent.
superb.
Yeah, nice one. That's good.
Yes.
So Paul Hurley
Exciting.
and just an average sim racer is going to get some friends.
Oh, that's lovely.
Here he is.
Well, the more the merrier. Bring them up.
Yeah, too right.
We like to race. We like to make new friends, that's for sure.
There's a lot of movement. Do you know how I said it was hard to overtake round here? These guys are proving me utterly wrong. As Roger Morton is going to get put a position back by Deck Crowther there. That was a nice overtake round the outside from Deck Crowther. Well done. Deck Crowther for Blade Designs. See if I can get a close-up of his car, because the paint job's quite nice. iRacing's very loud. I think that's to do with that iRacing update.
Your update. You're getting deafened. Then
Not iRacing, Microsoft. Yeah, you're getting nothing at all. My ears are bleeding.
I'm imagining it. I've seen enough races that I'm having no trouble imagining the sound of these cars.
Yeah. So, who was it that I was looking for an incident for?
No, you didn't say the Audis were going to be rubbish tonight because he's just going past him like a streak of lightning.
He did, didn't he? Good grief. So
It's
that was...
downhill, but so he's getting a bit of a run. Oh, look at this. Oh.
Yeah, we moved a little bit forward to watch the end of David Ayres overtaking Deck Crowther.
Look at it. You can see the
No,
going
sorry,
up
Paul
and down.
Hurley.
People, it's a real roller coaster, this circuit.
Oh, it's a proper undulation dream as Tony Walker fights back against Miguel Freitas. I don't think Tony's read the script, or he's not read the script that Miguel was writing anyway.
He's got a whole new book.
Yeah. You can see the cutting corny cars. They're together just behind Miguel Freitas now. Actually, that was Miguel trying to overtake Tony and Tony fending him off. That's what happened there. So well done to T, because how often do you get that happening?
Well, Miguel is motivated. He's trying to get back all those places. He lost 8 places. He's taken 2 back.
Yeah.
And he had a fight with Deepmore, but he's having even more of a fight with Tony.
Yeah.
Tony doesn't want to let him by. Nobody wants to let him by. And, yeah. He's got the chops to hold him at bay at the moment. That's fantastic driving by Tony. It certainly is.
Definitely. Sorry, I was just sorting out my sound because I am absolutely getting deafened by these cars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Chris Dixon back here chasing down Jura Larkinen. Jura's not having such fun on this track. He's really not. I have no event, by the way, for Demis. You remember he went to the pits?
Yes.
I've got nothing at all on my screen. So I don't know whether we need to watch the start for Demis. Trying to find
Well, he's out of the pits. He's rejoined the race.
Yeah,
so
he's back out. Yeah, he's...
perhaps it was just a stop and go.
Yeah, he's all by himself, like.
Or perhaps he just picked up a bit of damage and needed fast repair.
Maybe, but there's no evidence of that in any of the events. The only person that is down as being crashed is Fiona.
You'd think it would have pitched something like that, wouldn't you? So,
Yeah.
Baffled.
Very. But that's not new for me, is it, really?
Oh, but he's...
Look at this,
back on the
Martin
track.
Shirley ahead of Simon Trundle. He's got some big names behind him. When I say big names, Carl Hardy. His name is quite short, but he is big. You know. Full of pies.
He's been doing this for quite a few weeks now. You prepare him right in the middle of the top 10 at qualification and then holding his position and being slowly shoved backwards. But, it's been taking real effort to get him backwards.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
this track doesn't give you a lot of leeway for doing it. So, like you say, a good defender is going to be hard to get past them.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm saying.
Oh,
We're not seeing lack of overtaking. We're seeing bloody good defending.
Yeah, we are. Very much so. Jen Chiller is on the chat shouting for Cutting Corny, and JB DJ says, Demis pit stop. Yeah, he dropped into the pits. We don't know why.
Yeah, he was going to do it. He's right at the back. He was doing well.
Yeah, these two are having a good battle, as are the two CCT cars, two cutting corny cars behind. Because now Chris Needham has caught them. Chris Needham is fast round here today.
He's absolutely. He did a great volley.
He did. And he was fast off the line as well. So, Stephen Walker leads this race.
He's got a couple of seconds. He's eking it out. It's not quite so quickly, and Alex has been very quick for the last few weeks.
He's done something, hasn't he? Because his performance has stepped up.
Yes, I mean we've got familiar. This front trio have become a bit familiar in recent weeks.
Yeah. Oh, there's something going on.
Jamie's doing well, but yeah.
Oh, Miguel.
Jamie, we're accustomed to seeing him fourth place, but Martin is holding on to his fifth place incredibly well this week.
Yep. So this is how Miguel has managed to finally put T behind him. Into the second corner, this is.
That's taking him some time.
It has. He's found the opportunity to get it done, though. T tried to come back at him as well. So, well done to him for having a pop back. He's not letting him go yet either. Look at that. He's on his boot lid still.
No, getting some toe. You take all the advantage you can. Absolutely.
It's getting busy behind these two as well. Soon to be a 5-car battle back there. Now we've got this one going on. I wonder if Jen has a chinchilla and that's why she's called Jenchilla. I don't know, you know. Pretty sure she was just Jennifer before, but never mind. Right.
I've got a daughter called Jennifer, my firstborn daughter.
All right, nice.
Yeah. She's lovely.
Is she still in Nottingham area or further afield?
Oh no, she lives in Lancashire. Crikey, she's past her mid-40s.
Right.
Yes, it's very aging when your kids start turning up with grey hair.
Well, no comment. I'm 46. I've only got grey hair. Anyway, oh, here we go. Deck Crowther has got David Ayres for company now. This battle's been going on for quite a long time. Side by side through this SS section.
Look at that. It's beautiful driving by the pair of them.
It is. Very nice.
And we've got Paul snipping, waiting for the crumbs off the table.
I know, yeah. He is queuing.
Are they going to make a mistake? You know, there's often something to gather up, isn't there?
There
in
is.
these little confrontations.
Yeah.
You can sweep up a place or two.
Oh, look at
here.
this. Paul
Look at
Hurley.
this. Pop your arm inside. Take it inside. Oh.
He's going to do this because the next turn's in his favour. Surely he's going to get this done.
He's got, yes, David will have a call.
Oh,
now.
he's not going to do it.
Ring.
Oh, maybe he will. No, he sailed it too hot into that right-hander that goes on just about short of forever.
Crikey.
Lovely racing.
Good driving by both of them.
And Deck Crowther says, "See ya."
Yes. Well, this is it, isn't it? A
Yeah.
perfect example of what happens when you get a threat behind. The guy in front of you were battling with, all of a sudden he's disappeared up the road because you have to take care of your tail end.
I know.
And it just shows you that was an instant gap appeared, and and a lot of problems for David.
Yeah, a little bit of offline from two cars, and you get a nice gap for yourself. Martin Shirley has not shrugged off the affections of Simon Trendle, but he is gaining on Jamie Jeffrey in front of him.
If you're keeping Simon behind you, then you're doing a pretty good job. And yes, like you say, hooking up with Jamie takes some doing.
He's going to get a decent tow there as well to keep Simon behind him for a bit longer, or maybe indefinitely.
Well, Simon's got the advantage of tow at the moment, and he's. I'm not sure that this is a great circuit for it because, of course, it just it's a lot of corners.
By the time you've got the speed, you run the brakes.
You've got the speed, it's gone again.
Yeah. So Anthony Hilton there gets moved on, maybe on Luke Jones. Yes, he's got it done.
Yeah, he's doing some fine driving. It's Anthony.
Yeah.
showed himself to be a very handy driver over the last 2 seasons.
Yeah,
really
he's going to
has.
have to move up, I think, next season. He's regularly inside that Pro-Am class now. Luke Jones there, a bit twitchy, that Velocity, coming through some of those turns. The front wanted to swap places with the back.
I would say the Elantra would probably be quite happy around here. It's comfortable around the curves, and I always found it comfortable to drive around here.
Right, okay. Is that your TCR of choice, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it always was. And when it first came out, I really liked it.
It is a
I
nice...
tried the others, but
Yeah.
I just went back to that. It was just the one that I did best in.
Yeah, Honda for me, funnily enough. Seemed to be a good balance of reaction in the corner. And...
I had a Honda Civic while I was trying to drive the Honda, and I couldn't drive the Honda.
That's brilliant. That's funny. Right, so Stephen Walker, he's getting bored now. He's got a 4-second lead over Alex Sablano-Ledo, who's got no peace whatsoever because
No, well,
Mr.
these
Newman's
have been
there.
keeping themselves very happily amused, haven't they?
Yeah. And then they've got the 3-car train of Jamie Jeffrey, Martin Shirley, and Simon Trundle chasing them. Big Mig is now caught up with Carl Hardy, your captain, and pulled away from Tony.
Yes, he's up to 8th now, but he's had to work for these overtakes as Miguel.
Yeah.
He's only made 3 places back.
Yeah, I don't know that the Elantra's not a bit down on some of the other cars, particularly the Honda. The Honda seems to be the
I
car.
wouldn't be surprised at all, but it's very nice on the curbs. And comfortable.
Yeah, true, yeah. It's like driving a
So
Bentley.
it's not squirrely like its sister car is a bit squirrelier on the corners. I think.
Yeah, much shorter
It probably
wheelbase.
It
Yeah.
goes around them better, but it's a bit squirrelier. And these curves on here are a bit, can be a bit affecting.
Yeah, Miguel has definitely got 7th place in his sights, and I don't think he's going to let it go. Carl Hardy is going to try and put up a fight, but that's a lovely move. Good grief, that was good.
It's very hard to defend against Miguel's prowess.
Yeah.
Straight onto his boot, of course.
Well, you'd be very wrong not to, wouldn't it?
Yes. Well, I reckon Cole stands a chance of staying there for a bit, if he can.
Yeah. He sailed it into that corner a little bit, but he might get a good drive out to the last corner on the track.
It's just amazing how these guys, they just eke out the gaps in front of you. It's amazing. They come by you and you think, oh, and you get back and then they just pull it away. And every time they pull away, it's the 5th and the 10th and the 5th and the 10th. You don't get them back.
No, and
They don't make a mistake. They don't have that time back.
No.
They're very inconvenient.
Simon Trundle looks like he's very aware that Miguel is now behind him. I mean, there's 4 minutes to go. It's not a lot of
I don't
time.
think he's to worry about Miguel.
No, but he got right onto the boot lid of Martin Shirley there. Martin's taken a very shallow line into that corner. Maybe that's the Honda way, because he doesn't seem to have lost out too much. He lost out a bit there, though. And Simon's got much better lines through the next series of S's. So that's that.
Well, if Simon's going to get past him, he's got to start looking at it seriously now, hasn't he?
He really does, yeah. I mean,
I don't fancy his chances, to be honest. Martin's been driving superbly, and
yeah.
he's been. I was in his position. I mean, if you remember, he led for a long way last week.
Oh, yeah.
And then he ended up, I think, in 11th in the first race, something like that. He just got slowly whittled back, but yeah, his performances have been fantastic.
Oh, look at this, Simon now. In fact, it's Martin catching Jamie, Jamie, and Simon closing in on the back of Martin constantly. This could be a tasty one for the final lap. Was that the flag? No, it wasn't the flag. They're going to get round again easily. This will be the penultimate lap, though.
Ooh. You need to carry speed through here. It's a long uphill, and it plunges down in that big right-hander, and it tries to chuck you off.
Yeah.
The camber's atrocious.
You can see it better from this camera angle, actually. You can see the track dipping away.
Look at
Oh,
that.
look at this. Oh, I thought he was going to try and get a nose on the inside there. This is the closest battle on track,
wide.
folks. That's why I'm staying with it.
sighting through these S's.
You can
Big left-hander, sharp downhill, bad camber.
you get the sense that the tyres are, really against the grain of the track going
Yeah,
through
this howling in the car. His tires will be squeaking like nobody's business
there.
going through there.
Yeah.
Probably that's a bad thing, but
Yeah. Right.
it's not something I've ever trained out of my tyres.
Yeah, you think they'd know better after a while, wouldn't you? They'd just get used to it, But yeah, it looks like we might end up with a very dramatic 3-car finish here. Where is Stephen on the lap? There he goes. I wouldn't have even seen if he got the flag or not. Let's go.
Has he got the flag?
I
Was Barney out?
don't know. We're going to find out now as we come across the line. Yep. Barney was waving his flag there. It was hard to see, but I spotted it. As these three go at it still, we've got another battle brewed back here, which is Deck, Luke, and Anthony. Anthony's going to want to stay ahead because he's getting lots and lots and lots
He's
of
been
points.
at it all the race, haven't
They've
they?
pretty much been together for a long time. But we're going to go back to this group. So this is the Pete Newman, Alex Cebolano-Ledo, second and third at the moment. And
He's
then
trying to get past Alex and yes, this is it. Last lap. Any moves that are going to happen, you've got to get them in now.
yeah, Simon's looking probably the raciest of all of them behind anybody. Although that other battle is really hotting up. We're going to have a look at Stephen. Here he comes up over the hill. Only got a couple of turns left, actually.
It's just
He's got one more right-hander, and then the forever left-hander, and then the forever right-hander. Just gonna have a quick look at this because that's where the pressure is going to arrive. Don't think he's going to manage that. As Stephen Walker over the line for victory.
yes, very comfortable drive by Stephen. Nearly 6 seconds. Very good.
Yeah, and that battle, no changes in that battle. Tony Walker obviously had a fun time. So did Carl Hardy with the flashing of lights. Where is this going? So, Anthony Hilton has pulled himself a little gap, actually, at the end of this. As these two thrash it out. This is Luke Jones in the red, blue and black car. And Deck Crowther in the orange and black car.
Lots of happy drivers.
Yeah.
I bet they enjoyed that. It's a bit of a panty circuit. You do get out of breath driving around here.
Well, there's a lot going on, isn't there, for a driver?
Yeah,
There's a lot of
it's not
direction
much
change.
restful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very
I find it
technical.
a very engrossing drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've had to work for that. Well done.
Yeah, very good for everybody. We're waiting for a couple of
that
cars.
Fee?
Yeah. Where's Fee? There's Fee over the line.
Yay!
And Demis, who
Yeah.
inexplicably went to the pits for some reason.
But still finished.
Yeah, looks like he's had a good
Proper
time.
lad.
Weaving down the track in that Veloster. Nice. Well done.
Well, I'm going to the loot while you do
Excellent.
the doodah.
Yep, I'll doodah the doodah. Right then, folks. Let us have a look. Excuse me, at the finishing order for I don't know. I can't remember what round this is. Hang on a minute. I'll go and find out. That's the only sensible way to do this, isn't it? We are in week 11, obviously. Rounds 19. This is round 19. So Stephen Walker was your race victor for Hydro Race Geodesic Racing White with Alex Cebolano-Ledo. A good 6 seconds nearly behind for TRL Racing Forces, but second place and second step on the podium. Third step on the podium was Pete Newman for Result X Pure Sims. And then Jamie Jeffrey finished fourth for Coupes and Convertibles Racing before the first of tonight's Pro-Am class cars. Martin Shirley for RD Simsport, fifth on track, first for his class. Simon Trendle finished sixth for Team Chimera with Miguel Freitas in seventh for Impulse Racing. Eighth was Carl Hardy in second in class for Result X Pure Sims. Tony Walker was ninth for Hydro Race Racing Forces and third in class. Good podium finish there. 10th was Dietmar Hoos for Cutting Corny TCR team and led Rene Earhart over the line. It's usually the other way around as far as my brain goes. 11th for Rene for Cutting Corny TCR team. Chris Needham had a great and very eventful race, I have to say. In 12th place there for Air Smart Racing. Jamie Wilson Finished 13th for Team Chimera with Pete Van Gool behind him in 14th for Result X Pure Sims. And our first, there's a lot going on for this one actually, first AM-class driver over the line was Anthony Hilton from Mellow Motorsport in 15th place overall. But he will be our pole man for the second of tonight's races because we reversed the top 15. That should be interesting. Luke Jones will go off finished 16th for JW Motorsport with Deck Crowther in 17th for Blade Designs. That was a good race right to the end there. And second in class, David Ayres for AM class. 18th on track for Safeguard by Result Clothing. Let's move the board on. 19th was Paul Hurley for just another sim racer. But third in class. So a podium finish there for Paul Hurley. Daniel Lewis finished 20th for SRL. Chris Dixon finished 21st for Work Guard by Result. Sim Racing League is SRL, by the way. They have their own leagues running. And we run alongside them. No competition. Same as with Apex Racing. No, not Apex Racing. Oh, I can't remember now. Totally lost my train of thought. I'll come back to that one, shall I? Roger Morton finished 22nd for Safeguard by Result. Jura Larkinen in 23rd for Hydra Race Racing Forces. And Fiona Siddons in 24th for Work Guard by Result. With Demis Tigchular, the inexplicable at the moment, pit stop in that last race in 25th for TRL Racing Forces. Managed to recover it to only one second. It's the 8 seconds behind Fee.
They would have had a lot of fun though chasing.
Oh, without doubt, yeah.
But it was very disappointing to lose your position so early in the race, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah.
And we don't know why.
No, not at the minute. We'll have to try and find out
We don't
at
know
some
why.
point.
There's Roger breaking in his purple wheels.
PVG says
There's
that.
Fee.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's Pete saying?
He's saying the track is a proper workout.
Yes.
And then Andy Littler, nobody in the cabin with him, says
Oh.
Skipper Hardy is showing some consistent pace over the last few weeks. He is. We'll have to just try and get some proof that it's actually him driving the car. Yeah, dear. Always the skeptic. Right, pit stop. This is what the pit lane entry looks like. It's a bit brutal. We might see some others attempting a shot
Coming
at
out of
it.
it's exciting as well.
Yeah, you join on the outside of the racing line. So, we got a practice start from Martin Shirley. He's trying to find the clutch point.
Oh dear.
We've got nobody going out there.
And his car invisible, unfortunately.
Yeah, Tony is on track. He usually does a practice pit stop, but he's right at the start of the lap, so he's going to pull over. There's no point now. I wonder if he'll go for the pit lane. Pit lane is long here. It goes on forever. It starts way back here, obviously, once you're in the zone. That's what the dotted line is, I think, anyway. I might be wrong. No, that's just a line segregation. We're halfway around the track at the moment. But yeah, it goes the full length of the pit lanes of the start-finish straight, which is actually quite a long start-finish straight here compared to the rest of the lap. So I don't know what the advantage is. I'm not clever enough to work it out. If anybody's going to no-stop it, it's going to be Simon Trendle, given what he did at Bathurst last week. As we come to the last few seconds, it's going to chin us out of warm-up. There we go. We are done. We are done. Right, so we're going to go to grid. Once the
Yes,
session
very
takes
exciting.
over, isn't it?
Well, we know that
There we go.
they've had one hot, sweaty race, and they've got a much longer one coming up now.
Yeah, good point. 40-minute race. Pit stop is pretty much inevitable, given they're on 30% fuel. Although some have deceived us over the years. Just going to extend grid in, and I'm going to go names only. Anthony Hilton will lead us away. That's
Interesting.
Yeah, that's his reward for finishing 15th in the first race. Pete Van Gool will go off in second on the front row. That'll be interesting to see if he does a run-off down the field. Down the track, rather. Jamie Wilson will go off third. Chris Needham off fourth. René Earhart off fifth. Sixth will be Dietmar Hoos. Seventh will be Tony Walker with Carl Hardy next to him in seventh and eighth, respectively. Miguel Freitas will go off ninth. 10th will be Simon Trendle. 11th will be Martin Shirley. Jamie Jeffrey will go off 12th. 13th will be Pete Newman. 14th will be Alex Sevillano-Lado. Your race one tonight's winner will be 15th Stephen Walker. And he will be joined next to him by Luke Jones in 16th. 17th will be Deck Crowther, 18th will be David Ayres, 19th will be Paul Hurley with Daniel Lewis in 20th next to him. 21st will be Chris Dixon, next to him will be Roger Morton in 22nd, 23rd will be Jura Larkinen, and Fiona will be in 24th. And then bringing up the rear of the field after that pit stop in the first race, Dennis Tigchlar for TRL Racing Forces will bring up the rear of the field on this occasion. We're going to go and find a camera. Oh no, David Ayres, what are you doing, mate? Oh, and they're not the only one either. Right, if I put that camera on, Alan, we can't see them. That's so much better, isn't it? We'll just do that for a while. Right, so we're waiting, folks, for the lights to...
Yeah, it's exciting.
Miguel, I really thought better of you. I really did. You know, some people just let you down, don't they? No, none more so than David Ayres. Do you want to quit it? You're giving me a headache. Right, he's not going to stop, is he? It's one of those things.
Unlikely.
Unlikely, yeah. He's probably tethered his button to his brake pedal. Right, here we go. We are gridding. Gridding finished, rather. And here we go. Lights are going to come on. And when they go out, we are racing. There we go. Oh, that was a good start from Anthony Hilton. Yeah, really good. Although, 3 wide. Oh, 3 wide. Don't do it, boys. Don't do it.
Well, you know, it's hard for people to get by. You can understand why
Jamie.
people are prepared to take on that start of the race and try to get a good position.
Oh, what's going on back here as well?
So that was starting. Well done, Jamie. That was a fantastic lift and start by you.
He was not letting that go, was he?
No, he was not.
He was having that.
Very bold indeed.
We are 2 by 2, most of the way down the field still at the moment. Look at that, just ahead of us. 3 wide, 3 wide.
Keep it,
No.
keep it clean, guys.
Oh, where
Keep
did they
it
go?
Come
Oh,
on.
round they go.
Synchronise.
Oh, that might do quite a bit of damage to the back of Paul Hurley.
Hurling backwards into the fence.
Who else is that? Is that Demis?
No,
No,
that was
it's Jura.
Roger and Juma.
And David it was.
What was David? Was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Chris
no.
Needham. Chris Needham's round. Oh, that's naughty. Not a fully blocked track.
Ah, groan.
Not a fully blocked track, so no yellow will be thrown.
No, absolutely not. But oh dear. Oh, there's a lot of unfortunate shenanigans going on here now, Pete.
Oh, there is.
See.
Look at that. Oh my word, Dietmar is making a legend of himself right now. Tony Walker. Is that Tony? Yeah, Tony Walker wants a bit of this. All right, I'll put your track map up, folks.
Oh goodness, they're full of adrenaline. It's the start of the race. Everybody's absolutely full of it, and look at that exciting stuff.
A lot going on at the start of this one.
Everything's on the road still. Come on,
Anthony
this is
Hilton
brilliant.
just had first place for about a nanosecond from Jamie Wilson. He's fighting for this.
Come on, Anthony.
Jamie
What a
Jeffrey
great
goes
drive.
wide. What's Miguel doing? Miguel's getting shuffled back by current reigning champion Stephen Lucky Wookie Walker.
Oh, well, Stephen's got, I would say, almost irresistible pace.
Yeah. He's ended up getting blocked out there,
Yeah,
though.
he's getting blocked, but look at him. He's busy on
Do you know who's getting blocked by? His brother.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, that's a lot of smoke. Oh, that was a lot of smoke. There was nobody off track, but somebody had fully locked up.
Yeah, absolutely, but no
Look at
sound
this.
of breaking metal.
No, it was all clean. It was all individual. Luke Jones, good effort, mate. You're right in this. Oh, there's a lot of shuffling.
Yeah.
This is where it's all at right now. Roger Morton tries to shuffle in. He's 6 places up.
Come on, Roger.
Tony
Look at
Walker
that.
is getting muscled out of these corners at the moment. That's very unlike Tony Walker. He's been so fast. I don't know whether he's incurred a bit of damage, but it doesn't look like it. Look, his car looks absolutely immaculate. Demis Tigchlar is off the bottom spot now. Rene Earhart with the fastest lap of the race. So far, anyway. Round the corner we go.
Jamie's really trying to get a bit of a gap, but nobody wants to let him go. They're all trying very hard to stay together, this 4.
Yeah, and they're doing a good job of it at the moment.
Now,
Anthony Hilton.
Dietmar's really trying to get on the back of them with join his teammate.
Yeah. Look at this
Oh,
mob,
crikey, this is exciting stuff.
isn't it?
It
Oh,
really
we've got
is. Everybody's trying so hard.
Daniel Lewis to the
Oh,
pits with no front
no,
end.
what's happening?
Demis Tigchar to the pits again. What is going on with him?
Oh, that car doesn't look right. Did
No,
you see
it does
that?
not. It looks like a right pig, doesn't it? Right, I can tell you. Oh, right. Oh, there's a lot going on here. I'm going to leave the review of the crashes until this has sorted itself out, if it ever does. Because there's lots going on here. As Martin Shirley has a long, hard stare at Simon Trendle. Oh my God, he's going to get this done, is he? No, Simon Trendle got a good drive. Oh, he's going around the outside of Simon Trendle. Oh my God.
Oh,
What a little legend.
that is awesome.
Good grief. Answers on a postcard, folks, because I don't have a clue.
Fantastic driving.
Yeah, Carl Hardy gets a little stay of execution, I think, because he's away off down the road as Jamie Jeffrey gets the fastest lap of the race. He's here, chasing down
Wow, well
Dietmar.
done, Jamie.
Oh, we've got an overtake here, have we? Oh, that's a bit intimate.
Oh,
So that was Alex
So,
pushing that, and he
yeah.
ended up being roughed out of it. And I think that it's worked out correctly in the end, if I'm being
Are
honest.
they making any ground, Pete? I mean,
Not really.
Simon,
Oh,
Pete,
oh,
and
Jamie!
Alex and Miguel, they're all in a bunch there, but I don't see them making a lot of ground this early
No.
stages.
So there was a lot of shuffling at the front there, which I missed. No
Well,
surprise.
Pete's got into the lead.
Yes, he has. I'm trying to see where it happened. It happened here. So
What happened to Jamie?
I want to know what happened to Anthony, because he got shuffled back a bit. I think it was a while ago, actually. Oh, Jamie sailed it.
Just,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
got it wide, so
Yeah.
easy to do.
So-
So we've seen other people doing it on my own.
Yeah, we saw it in practice and in qualifying.
Yeah. So
Easily
easy.
done. And at the moment, we've still got 7 cars for the lead. That's Jamie Jeffrey at the back of this 7-car queue. We've got a bit of a jump after Jamie back to Carl Hardy, who's in a bit of no man's land all of his own. He was. He's now getting caught by Martin Shirley.
Come on, Captain.
He's getting hunted. Alan, he's getting hunted.
Well, yeah, well, Martin has shown some cracking pace tonight.
I know.
He's going to drag people up to my captain. I can see it happening.
Yeah.
Well, you can't blame him. He's on fire tonight, and good luck to the lad.
And Chris Dixon staying with this massive train of cars in front of him. That's nice.
Come on, Chris.
Yeah. Good effort, mate. Busiest man in Christendom, according to Alan Toon. Jamie Wilson takes a funny line into turn 1. And Jamie Jeffrey there, underneath Dietmar, gets the position. Dietmar very compliant. And Renee is really piling the pressure onto Pete Van Gool. Oh, Miguel. Miguel and Simon going at it. And Stephen Walker getting away a little bit. Simon got ahead of Miguel by like a small amount before Miguel kind of shut the door on him again. Right. So this is the lead pack.
Well, yeah. Pete will be trying to fill his boots, but Rene is hanging on and making a very good job of it, keeping it down to half a second.
He is.
Poor Jamie is he's still in third, and he's certainly not giving up. And he could well be towing Anthony back up, because Anthony's doing a hell of a drive here. He's keeping Jamie behind him, which is amazing.
Yeah. Jamie
That is not
Jeffrey.
easy to do. Jamie's an absolutely
Look at that on the brakes.
red hot overtaker. It really is. He's
Yeah.
such a great judger of pace and the gap, isn't he?
Look how he
he knows the
controls the
gap.
car. That's lovely.
I know.
That is lovely from
But,
Jamie Jeffrey.
yeah. He had to work that to get past Anthony, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know, Anthony's going to be joining him. Well, he'll be a pro-am next year, Anthony, won't he?
I think he has to be.
Jamie's a pro, but I can see Anthony in the blue one day. Keeps on
Yeah.
like this.
Dietmar trying to go around the outside
Look
of him.
where he is.
That's
He's
not going to work.
battling in the top 10, comfortably in the top 10.
Yeah.
Battling.
That's a good view, isn't it?
And, well, oh, like now, Cole's caught up and got on the back here, like you said.
He has, yeah. And Martin Shirley's coming with him slowly. He's managed to get a bit of a gap. Back here, though, it's just as busy. This is Luke Jones and Roger Morton and Deck Crowther. And Deck
They're
about
having a right
to have a
old
go
go.
at Roger down the inside, is he?
Oh, these
Yeah.
are good racers, these guys. Roger's an absolute red hot racer, so they'll be enjoying this. They'll be
Yeah.
enjoying the contest. It's a contest of skill and nerve, and well, it's fantastic. Look at what we've got here today, folks. This is magnificent racing.
Now, at the very front, Pete Van Gool and Renee have now got themselves a 1.5 second lead.
Yes.
I don't know whether Jamie
Wow.
Wilson's been driving in his rearview mirrors, but Jamie Jeffrey's done the same trick he did on the previous car last lap.
Yeah, Renee is not trying to put a pass on Pete.
No,
He's just starting now to lean on him a bit. I think he's just been waiting to get a bit of a gap before he started, because it just makes sense
Well, if you look at the
to
times,
sit in the
and-
toe, make a bit
Yeah.
of a gap, because you've got Jamie sitting there. Now they've got a little bit of a gap, and he's just starting to get in his shadow a little bit, isn't he?
yeah, I mean, you're not going to get a better pace man than Pete Van Gool, are you? I mean, he's
No,
so
right,
fast anyway.
Yes, he's very good front runner.
Yeah. Oh, we've got Nicola Jeffrey on the chat saying good evening to you and me.
Hello, Nicola, my dear.
Yeah, and come on,
Look,
Jamie.
Pete's in front,
that
and he's
unicorn
doing
power.
he's got a cool head, is Pete.
Yeah, Jamie Jeffrey pushing now to try and get onto that front group. He's dropped Jamie Wilson massively in just half a lap.
Yes, what's happening with it? I think Jamie's bent his car or something.
No,
I'm surprised he's,
his last lap was his fastest. No, second fastest. Sorry.
wow.
It's just that
Surprised
Jamie.
he's getting dropped.
Yeah, Jamie Jeffrey is just lighting up the timing screens as people
Yes.
start going to the pits.
Yes, but oh, crikey.
Martin and Pete,
And Pete.
Newman, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
That's-
just
that's not
surprised
early.
to see Jamie getting dropped by the guys, by Rene and TVG. I'm surprised to see Jamie getting dropped off the back of them as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he was there, he was in front of the race, so how's he ended up behind these chaps?
Not
That's,
sure.
Not making the ground back.
But this is the big crowd of
He's coming to
cars.
threat, isn't he? He's got,
Yeah.
Carl coming up here fast, and Anthony threatening, way out of his colour chart.
Yeah, no. Look how far ahead of the rest of his own field he is. He's
He's
miles ahead.
absolutely flying.
I mean, he did start several positions up because of the reverse grid, but he's
Yes,
held it
but
together
he's
so
got
well.
Some very serious overtakers behind him. and
Yes, he
they're
has,
getting nowhere. They're getting nowhere.
So those first,
Fantastic driving by him.
first two cars into the pits have reversed their order. Coming out of the pits, that's Pete Newman and Martin Shirley. Going to go back to this battle because it's getting a bit hot, especially around Stephen Walker at the moment. He's making Dietmar go offline. It's almost like Stephen Walker is not bothered what the car in front does at all. He's going to take the line that he's committed to.
Oh,
That was Dietmar to the pits.
Dietmar going into the pits.
And he's not the only
Oh,
one. That was Tony Walker.
Yeah, so the racing forces are zooming off.
Yeah.
So they must know something we don't.
Well, I think they're all trying to find a bit of free air, and nobody's got any at the minute.
Nothing's free in this day and age.
No. Right, let's have a look at some of those crashes right from the very, very start. So this is Daniel Lewis. This is how he lost his front end, I think. Oh, he's on his own at the minute. Is he going to go too hot into turn one? Kinda, yeah. And then he's going to get tagged, is he? Yep.
Oh,
So that's exactly what happened between him and Demis Tigchalar. Oh, no, that was
Yes.
Duran. No, it was Demis. There we go.
nothing either of them could do about that.
Not really. So that explains why those two were in pit road. Okay, let's go back to racing because Alex Sablano-Lado is getting squeezed by Anthony Hilton. That's nice, right? Racing from Anthony. That is really good. Held him to the inside. He's going to get the preferable line into the left-hander that follows over the hill.
Ah, this is superb.
That's brilliant driving from Anthony Hilton. Might get
Against
undone
Alex,
here.
he's just taken Alex. Alex has been greased lightning. I
know.
mean, just to be in the fight with him is amazing.
Yeah, and he's going to win this one as well because Alex is now out in the wild stuff.
Well, Alex won't be giving up. He's
Alex has
a
got-
fierce fighter.
Yeah, he's got a good drive here as well, Alex. Look at this. Is he going
Stay
to pop?
mellow.
Yeah, he's popped.
Like it. Stay mellow.
Yeah. This isn't going to work out for Alex again.
Well, it.
Oh, what a beautiful bit of driving between the two of them. He's going to get the cut back. Oh, that's not good having a mountain in the way. Now the next turn is the right-hander, so Alex...
Yeah, he's got the right-hander, then the right-hander. He's
yeah.
got the preferable line at the moment.
Definitely.
And I don't see how...
Oh, that ended up bad.
There we go.
Oh, just a touch on the wall. That'll be okay. That'll be okay.
Hopefully it is.
We'll have another look at that.
Come on.
We'll look at it from above. Right. I'm guessing that Alex went across the front of the Audi.
Oh, look, he ducked to the side there.
Yeah, Alex twitched. Alex twitched and came across the front of the Audi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just car got wide.
Yep.
Nothing he could do.
Not really. That was preordained from the speed he was carrying, I think. Oh, and Roger Morton. Oh, these three again, Alan.
Yeah, actually, I know they're having too much fun, I suspect.
Yeah, Deck Crowther can't find a bit of free space. He couldn't buy a bit of free space at the minute.
I mean, I can't imagine that they would. They're not going to forget tonight in a hurry. This is great racing by all of them, and
yeah.
exactly why they're here. Oh, what's happening with Pete?
He's on a scheduled stop.
Oh, because he looked like he was going a bit slow.
I think that's just pit lane speed. It's just crawling.
Oh,
you lose a lot of time in the pits.
I thought he got a flat tyre or something.
No, look at where the cones are as well. The cones are miles away from the boxes.
Back, aren't they?
Yeah. Right, so this is where the busy is.
Well, Rogers had to come out of that fight, so that 3-man fight is now a 2-man fight. I wonder how it's going to end.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, yeah. He probably had enough. He probably knackered from it.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's somebody going up the hill.
The baby.
Yeah, yeah. So that's Jamie Wilson ahead of... Rene Earhart is now leading this race. We should point that out. He's got himself a decent gap, 2.5 seconds at the moment. He owes us a pit stop. Yeah, this is good. He's going to get lead lap points for Cutting Corny TCR team here.
This is looking good for Jamie, actually.
Jamie Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. PVG was at the front of this and he's pitted, obviously.
They've got some clean air. They can go fast.
Yeah, I'm surprised that PVG pitted when he did. He had an open track.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he obviously... perhaps he's short-fueled.
Yeah. He'll want us to stop the video footage now, of course, Rene, because he's the lead car over the line. Jamie Jeffrey over, and then Carl Hardy's currently in 3rd place.
Yes.
And then this lot.
Of course, now we're in that mixed-up state where people have pit stopped. Some people haven't. They're all mixed up. I never know what's going on.
I don't know what Anthony Elton's been eating, but I need a spoonful of it.
Yeah. I think it's Shreddies.
Shreddies. Ready break.
Yeah. Definitely Shreddies. Ready break's okay. This is a shreddy man.
Anthony Hilton is about to overtake Jamie Wilson on pure pace, going round the outside of him. That was nearly what happened with Alex Lado a minute ago.
He didn't ask for an invitation there, did he?
Not at all. He was like, I'm having that, thanks, bye. I don't know whether Jamie's got tyre issues.
He should take a screenshot of this to send it to him for his Christmas
No, yeah.
Because, I mean, look at who is leading away here. It's just, I mean, it's got to be one of the highlights of his iRacing career.
Yeah.
Actually showing it large to these chaps behind him.
I know. That's Stephen Walker through, and now soon to be Miguel through. Miguel gets on the gas so soon in the middle of the corner. I don't understand how he manages it.
It's called magic.
Yeah. And Jamie's going to offer no resistance to his teammate. Lets him go. Very sensible driving from Jamie Wilson there. He knows his battle isn't with those cars. His battle, technically, is with Carl Hardy and Rene Earhart, who are ahead of him, but still owe a pit stop, so...
yes. No, he's doing very well.
Yeah. Here goes Rene again. Oh, and Alex Sevillano Lado. Not yet pitted the car. Fastest lap of the race. He's way down, though.
Is Rene getting some decent laps in while he's got his clear track?
He's not faster than the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars behind him. No.
They're going to catch him.
Yeah, 1, 2. Oh, sorry, 3 cars behind him, and then a bunch of them further back. So he's got some work to do. Oh, that's a bit touchy feely. Luke Jones and Alex Lado. Alex saying coming through. Either way.
Well, yeah, well, he's been involved in some fierce battling, and
Yeah.
with some people he probably wasn't expecting to have to.
No, and he's not that far back from where he was, to be honest. Now he's just here, so
Yeah,
he's not been delayed that much by that.
no.
When he crept across the front of Anthony Hilton's car. Some of these guys are going to go to pit road now. I'm predicting, if not a good bunch of them. Well, they've not gotten round this time, so my prediction was terrible. Stephen Walker.
Oh, Stephen.
Is he gonna? Is he? No, he's not. He's bailed out of that.
Not this time.
He didn't have enough, so he chose the sensible option, and that was to drop back in. It would lose him the least amount of time and get in Miguel's way, and that's the sort of tactician that Stephen Walker is.
Yeah, he's a fantastic driver.
Yeah, Deck Crowther's doing all right. He's up 8 places. I know there's some pit stops involved in that. Half the field, sorry, 2/3 of the field have not yet pitted, folks. Let me get you that that thingy up.
Yes, this is going to really change things over when these guys come into pits.
Yeah.
Because we've had some people who pitted some time ago now, haven't we? And
We have. Look at that. Some of them. Well,
Yeah.
a couple of them from incidents on the first lap. Lap 2 for Demis and Dan Lewis. But everybody else, lap 7, 8, or 10. And that is Anthony Hilton under some. He's going to keep that now, but or is he? Because Stephen Walker has got on the gas very quick out of that corner, the same as Miguel does. I don't know how they managed to do that. Oh, that's going to be a bit naughty. It was a bit unsighted from Anthony
What a
Hilton.
save.
It was a great save, actually.
What a save. Goodness me, that's just sheer class.
Yeah, we'll have another quick look at that if we can. Where is it?
So yeah, 9 times out of 10 of us.
Are we
would
going
have
to
been
see it
round
from
it
here? Is
there.
this all done? That's all done. So.
9 times out of 10 would have been round there and
Yeah.
lost about 10 places.
I can't find the actual one.
Incredible skill. Well, he had something happening there. Did you see what I mean?
I know.
It's all over. It's just incredible car control.
Yeah, Deck Crowther and Paul Hurley have decided it's time to go to pit road while we were watching that little bit of replay. That's broken up that group a little and means that Miguel now with red hot tyres has got Alex Savillano Lado breathing all over him. And that's Jamie Wilson behind, trying to keep ahead now of Luke Jones.
And Simon's trucked on, hasn't he?
Simon, where is Simon? Yes. So
He's still with Anthony.
I have to
Anthony's-
say, Anthony
Yet again.
Hilton, he's handled himself so well tonight, Anthony Hilton. That's awesome driving. And in fact, Miguel has let Alex Lado go on that last little section. Alex is the fastest car on track by some margin at the moment. What's going on here? Oh, they were slow coming out of the corner. I thought there was a crash. It was just Chris Dixon
Having fun.
on an
Chris and
overtake.
Chris.
Well, it wasn't an overtake actually. Chris Needham attempted to overtake Chris Dixon, and Chris defended it pretty well.
Yes, they're all on the same lap, aren't they? He's
Yeah.
he's entitled to be defending his place, and good on him. Great to see him up there. I suppose he's got to take his pits, hasn't he? Yeah, he's got to take it. So
Yeah.
it's not strictly speaking. He won't be able to retain it when he goes into the pits, but we'll see.
No, we'll see. This is Chris Needham having another look.
Yeah, well, Chris has been. Yeah, you would think he would just have the edging
Oh,
pace over Mr. Dixon, wouldn't he?
you
And
would. Oh,
that's
no,
what.
no, no, no.
Oh, Chris is going to wait for him.
He is.
Well, that's what
Good
we like to
sportsmanship.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that
About
was very
50-50
nice to
on that
see.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris gave it him. That was very. He didn't have to do that. Like you say, 50-50.
So this is where the business is at the minute. These guys have not pitted. You can see that only half the field nearly have pitted so far. And you could argue
Yes, that's
that...
a big split. Normally, you would get more people having gone by now, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
It's like
definitely.
17.
I think
Oh,
because
yeah.
of the length of pit road, I don't think it's desirable to go in early for some reason. I don't understand it all. Somebody will explain it later, hopefully.
Yes, because we had that big bunch of early pit stoppers. And now it's been a while, hasn't it? It's just been coming in by ones and twos. We're not getting a big parade of them coming in. I'm surprised a bit.
No, Chris Needham's gone to pit road, probably just to get that bit out of your head that says you've got damage. It didn't look like the sort of incident that would cause damage, but if it's in your head, sometimes it affects your driving.
Well, he's got to come in. He's got to come in if he's
True.
got to get a clear track as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
I don't think he'll come out in clear air, though. I think he's going to come out in Paul Hurley traffic. Yeah. And Alex Lado scything his way through this field again now.
Yes.
Past Anthony Hilton. That gives Simon Trendle the next opportunity to have a pop at Anthony Hilton.
I imagine Anthony's getting tired by now.
So let's run through the field, because this is getting a bit tasty up here. That's Durrell Larkinen in the Hydro Race car, so he's a lap down. Rene Earhart leads this race, but as you can see, by less than half a second over Jamie Jeffrey, who's caught him now. Carl Hardy is getting dropped by those two in third place, but that's fine because he's got an 11-second, that's right, 11-second lead over Stephen Walker, the luckiest car on the track. And then Alex Lado rounds out your top five, folks. So Jamie Jeffrey and Stephen Walker are the two cars that are the most successful in terms of getting through the field so far, up 10 places and 11 places respectively. Very nice driving from the pair of them.
Yeah. There's some good contenders for our drive of the night now, isn't there?
Yeah.
Quite a few people putting in some really fine performances. Yes.
So, what else have we got going on? Martin Shirley and Chris Dixon. Chris is staying well out of the way on that one.
What's Carl's lap times looking like compared with Stevens?
Carl, so Carl's doing 128.94. Stephen is doing a 129.72.
It's not gobbling Carl up then.
No,
He's
but
got 11 seconds to find.
I was going to say there was an overtake by Stephen on the last lap, but I don't think there was. I think Carl is just faster at the minute.
We'll have to watch that gap there. It's been on 11 seconds for quite a while.
Yeah, keep one eye firmly on that.
I just want to see if he's making any ground on him, because 13 minutes and 11 seconds. It's a second lap, you know.
Yeah.
He's pulling him back.
That's a lot of time, isn't it? Jeez. But you've got pit stops in that, and we know that Stephen Walker's good at the fuel save. Will he save time in the pit stop? Anthony
He's
Elton.
one of the worst I know as well.
Right.
They can't pit stop.
That's brilliant. Just all round bad, really.
Well, he gets distracted by his pies.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Right, so has Simon got that done? Yes, he finally has. What's going on back here, though, with Wilson and Jones? Sounds like a TV show, doesn't it? Wilson and Jones.
Yeah. Wilson and Jones, solicitors at law.
Yeah. Classic. So Jamie's through on
They're
Luke.
having a lot of fun, aren't they?
They really are, and that is Jamie Jeffrey.
Jamie's now well, from second position.
Oh,
This
God.
is important.
Yeah, Look
There's
how
this miserable
it's soul
5 years
destroying.
trajectory.
Soul destroying. He's the only one going in this lap as well. So he's obviously thinking, I don't know why. I don't know why he's done that. Surely there's a benefit to staying out in cleaner air, because he's only going to come out in mega traffic now.
Well, perhaps he's just running out of fuel.
Well, maybe. That wasn't a long stationary time either. Where's Jamie Wilson?
No.
So the two Jamies are going to be together again after this, I think.
Oh, crikey.
Look at how slow he's going. Good grief.
Oh, come
so
on.
painful.
Oh, here comes Pete.
Yeah, that wasn't even a slow stop from Jamie Jeffrey, believe it or not. That was pretty rapid. And he's going to get out only just ahead of Pete Newman. Right, this is going to be very interesting, the rest of this. So,
Yes.
between Pete Newman pitting and Jamie Jeffrey pitting was 12 laps.
And here they are.
Whoop! No! Come on, keep it clean. I mean, these two have raced against each other very competitively for quite a long time now, so they should know each other pretty well. As
Yeah, they're both very good drivers.
Yeah.
But, you know, it doesn't matter how good you are. If you're when you're going that quickly, anything can happen.
all right, so Miguel is now through on Anthony Hilton. We just missed it as Carl Hardy goes to pit road. We'll see where Carl pops
come on,
out.
Carl. No. Is Stephen going in the pits?
Not yet.
No.
Carl's the only one going this lap. We've still got loads of drivers that have not yet pitted. There's only 10 minutes to go.
Yes. Do you think you not think they're doing the impossible, do you?
I don't think they can do on this track. There's no opportunity to fuel save in that way.
I wouldn't have thought so, but I've been wrong before.
Well, you and me both, mate. I don't have a clue. As Anthony Hilton, star of the feature race tonight, gone to pit road. Right, so why do I get the feeling? I get this strange feeling that Stephen Walker's going to feature right at the end of this, like he seems to do regularly.
He's got his pit stop.
Why has Anthony Hilton been in the pits for so long? Oh, he's leaving now, but that's a long pit stop for Anthony Hilton. Like, really
come on,
long.
Anthony. Don't blow it on a pit stops. You're doing such a fantastic drive tonight, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm so totally impressed.
He must have just been heavy on the fuel because he's been in there a reasonable amount of time. Did he screw up pit lane entry?
Oh, no, don't say that.
I'm not sure. He was... yeah, we'll see.
Those cones do pop up quick, but I would hope he would have clocked that.
Yeah.
Alex has got 16 seconds on Stephen.
No, he hasn't. He's got 16 seconds behind Renee.
Oh, 16
He's
seconds.
got-
Oh, he's only got 2 seconds on Stephen.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
No, it's not.
That's
It's
not enough,
really
Alex.
not. Yeah, you need to drive faster. The pedal on the right,
Yeah.
Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has been driving pretty quick, but
Yeah.
it's not enough.
I think this is the battle to watch, because these two are not going to let each other sleep. And they're really not. And they've got Jamie Wilson in front of them. And
He's got the pit stop though. Jamie's got the pit stop.
has Jamie got a pit stop? Yeah, he has. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Unless he's somehow managing to fuel save, but
Well, this is it.
Eight minutes to go.
Fine, aren't they?
well, yeah. I don't see how they can do it. I don't. Fia's just gone to pit road.
He has gone to pit road before Jamie and Alex
I
and
know.
Stephen.
What the
And
hell?
Simon, there's something going on.
Yep, this is on now. This is getting brutally tight through here. This is for position, folks, even though the car in the lead owes us a pit stop. He's pushing him around the corner. Oh, that's class. He needs a helping hand. Oh, Renee's gone to pits. Right, okay, we'll go back to that, though, quickly. This is getting ridiculous. Pete Newman is out here, absolutely getting roughed up. And Jamie Wilson giving one away. About to give the second away, maybe.
Oh no! He's got the inside. Come on, round it.
Renee's not moving.
Oh, come on, Renee.
Chris Dixon out. Right, so
Miguel's not going to get.
No,
He's
no,
just gotta be fuel saving.
he must be, because why would you
He's
not have
gotta be
pitted?
fuel saving.
But he's been really, like, fighting with some cars. I don't understand how you could have fuel saved and fought like that.
That's because we're not magic.
Well, there is that, yeah.
I can't see that he's going to leave his pit stop till this late in the race.
No, Renee is the furthest forward car that has pitted. So, are the 4 cars in front of him the biggest threat he's faced so far?
Can you imagine Alex?
Alex can no way have fuel saved.
He can fuel save, and he was fuel saving last week, or the week before, wasn't he? He has been doing it.
Yeah, but his times are too fast.
He's doing it.
No,
But
he's doing 128.8. That's too quick for a fuel save lap.
yes, 128's for fast laps. It's where they've all been, haven't they?
Yeah,
There
yeah.
he goes.
Oh, he's gone in now. Right, that means Stephen Walker would
Yeah.
probably already go. Oh, no, he's going again.
Stephen's going again.
And Simon Trendle's with him. And Miguel's going
Yeah.
again as well.
And they're the
And then,
2-3 cars probably with the most form.
yeah, Renee's coming round the final corner now. And Alex isn't even in his pit box yet. So Alex is going to be way down after this. Look at that crowd coming round there.
Come on, Carl.
Carl's getting shuffled back here.
He is.
He's back to his start position at the moment. Alex Lado is now back to racing speed, but he's going to come out near Dietmar, is he? Or is he going to come out near T? Oh, at T, there we go.
Okay, so Racing Forces teams together.
So at the moment, we've got these two. I think these guys are going for it. Let's just jump on board.
Yeah. Oh, we've only got 5 minutes left. Has he got his foot down?
I think he has. Maybe not. Maybe not.
No, he's fuel saving. He's got to be, hasn't
But
he?
is he fuel saving?
He's
or
good.
is he-
That was early change. He's doing. Ooh.
Now,
He's
Miguel.
only got 4 minutes.
Yeah, the top 3, Stephen, Simon, and Miguel have not pitted. You can
It's
see
going
that.
this time. No, he's not doing it again. He's got. It can't be pitting.
Let's see what he does here. Oh, he's off miles before the corner. These guys are fuel saving this.
Yeah, they've been fuel saving.
That's unbelievable.
It is when they're so far in bloody front.
I know, yeah, what the hell? Right, so these 3,
Have they done that?
But they-
They've no-
they look like they're racing. If you know, I know they are racing,
They are
but you know what I
racing.
mean. You know, it looks like they're toe in the whole way. Oh, hang on,
Yes.
Steve. Sorry.
Oh, Simon.
Right.
Stephen's running out of fuel.
Do you reckon?
Yes. He's did.
I mean, he's
Put
complained
his
of this
foot down.
before, hasn't he?
Did
But-
put his foot down. He did put his foot down. He thinks
Let's
he's gonna
go
run
see
out.
what's going on in that car. Oh, he's off the fuel a lot.
Yeah, look at that. He thinks he's going to run out. His thing's red. It's.
Oh, yeah. Oops.
He's
Oh, look at that! Oh, my God, he's going to lose so much time. Where's Mig? Come on. Let's see what happens with Miguel. Can Miguel do anything? Oh, Miguel's going to get caught out here because Stephen's off the gas so much, he nearly drove into the
Yeah.
back of him.
yeah. Stephen's in bother.
Yes, he is. He's chosen a route now and he can't abandon it because if he pits, he's going to be even further back.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got.
Where?
He's got to get to the end.
Where is Renee? So Renee's his next threat, and Renee's like nearly 9 seconds behind, but he's hacking away at that
Can he
lead.
keep it going? Can he keep it going? Stevens, if he doesn't finish, this could be expensive. in
Yeah.
Third.
No white flag just yet.
Oh, crikey.
Another lap at least.
Simon's killing it.
Yeah, Chris Needham and Anthony Hilton in tandem here.
So,
Is that Anthony Hilton over? No, it can't be. No, they've just stayed in the same places for now. So back to Jamie Jeffrey because the car behind him is.
Jamie could afford to put his foot down.
Well, yeah, but so can Pete Newman, and he's doing it
Yes.
with relish at the moment. So Jamie Wilson, we need to have a nod to, because he is also fuel saving the race. Now, that's why he let so many cars go past him earlier. Do you remember? He let like 6 cars go through on him. I just thought he didn't want to borrow that and he was in a different race, but no. He's been on a strategy and aiming at a number, Alan.
He has.
And Renee, I'll just point this out to you, has caught Stephen Walker nearly, has he? Where is Stephen?
Well, Stephen's in purgatory at the moment.
He
I'm
is.
afraid.
That gap is getting absolutely hacked to pieces. Renee is going to get a podium here. So we're on white flag lap now.
Oh,
Stephen's letting Chris Dixon go.
I don't think he's got a lot of choice. He didn't put his foot on the gas going down.
Right, this is on, this battle. This is going to be proper tasty to the end. So in front of them is is Renee. I think Stephen Walker's going to end up going behind these two as well. Where is Stephen at the minute? Stephen's got his feet out at the bottom doing a Flintstones impression.
And still got it in third place.
I know. But he's getting absolutely torn to pieces by Renee. He's going to have to put his car in some funny places in order to retain this.
Renee must know what's going on at this stage now.
Oh, without
so
doubt.
he knows that he's got to get by him.
Yeah. Right, he's on him now anyway. So, Simon Trendle is leading the race.
Yes. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Blindsided everybody again.
It does appear to be that way, yeah.
What a driver you are, Simon, honestly.
What's happening? Right, he's going
just
into...
might do,
Right, so that's the
mate.
last
Yeah.
turn. Let's just have a quick glance at what's happening
Yeah,
here.
the flag's out.
Oh, Stephen's
Check
run
the
out of
flag
fuel.
out.
Stephen's run out of fuel. He's
Somebody give him a push.
Big Mink is flashing his lights as Simon crosses the line victorious. Where is
Miguel
Stephen?
came second. Oh, what a drive by him.
Yeah.
A great drive by Rene, who's brought it in podium in third.
Yeah, very nice, very
Oh,
nice.
goodness.
Oh, that
What
was
a
so
race.
close. Martin Shirley nearly got there.
Ah,
Not quite though.
Stephen, sixth. Was he sixth?
Sixth.
Yes, sixth.
Yeah. Very good.
Oh, my word. And Pete just got in front of him.
Yeah.
Ah,
Alex.
Alex stopped to give his commiseration.
Yeah. This car looks a bit squirrely coming over the line.
Probably stopped to have a good laugh through the window.
Right then, Anthony Hilton.
Goodness me.
He'll have been hoping.
Well,
I was
that
hoping
was some
for better.
kind of an end, that was, wasn't it?
It was brilliant.
What
That
a race.
loved it.
What an evening's racing. We've had 2 fantastic races tonight.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
Stephen Walker got 6th place by 0.07 something of a second. Unreal.
Wow, that was superb. Really superb driving. Just masterpieces of strategy as well.
Yeah. Fee, we're still waiting on at the minute. There she is coming over
Come
the
on,
line there.
Fiona.
Well done.
Well done, lass.
Yeah. JB DJ says, what a great race. Congrats to Renee. And George Schumacher says P3. Yeah. So all the CCT fans are made up at the minute. Well done to Renee Earhart. Hopefully he'll come in for an interview. Has he ever been in for an interview? I can't remember. I don't recall if he has. Enough fuel to get to the pits as well after the race. Where's Stephen? He should
Still pushing the
could
car.
have sold him some fuel.
Well, that was some kind of racing tonight, chaps. You've absolutely put on a fantastic race for us. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Right, so while everybody rolls in, let's have a look at the finishing order. So, what was this? Round 20? Yeah. Round 20. Oh, that's not the right page I want to be on. There we go. Round 20. Winner is Simon Trendle. Yet again, fuel saving, this time victoriously, Alan, because if you remember at Bathurst, it didn't quite work out for him.
No.
He led Miguel Freitas over the line for Impulse Racing in by 1.6 seconds. So that's a victory for Team Chimera, of course. Rene Earhart, not just the top Pro-Am car, but a podium finisher overall tonight for Cutting Corny TCR team, and what a fantastic race that was for him. Jamie Jeffrey finishes 4th for Coupes and Convertibles Racing. 5th was Pete Newman for Result X Pure Sims, with Stephen Walker out of fuel, but still got over the line. For Hydro Race Geodesic Racing White, only just ahead of Martin Shirley there. 2nd in class, 7th on track, RD Simsport. And then Carl Hardy, your captain, gets a podium tonight. Alan, 8th place, Result X Pure Sims.
Yes, well done, Carl.
Alex Samilano Lado, 9th over the line for TRL Racing Forces, with Jamie Wilson in 10th for Team Chimera behind him. 11th was Tony Walker for Hydro Race Racing Forces, and Dietmar Hoos, 12th for Cutting Corny TCR team. 13th was Pete Van Gool for Result X Pure Sims. Deck Crowther finished 14th for Blade Designs, should say. There's an S on the end of that word, Pete. Chris Needham finished 15th for Air Smart Racing, and the first of tonight's AM-Class cars, yet again, Anthony Hilton, 16th for Mellow Motorsport, with Luke Jones behind him in 17th for JW Motorsport. Paul Hurley gets a podium for just another sim racer, just an average sim racer, sorry. In 18th place overall. There's a button here that I need to press, there it is. 19th and 3rd in class, David Ayres for Safeguard by Result. 20th was Fiona Siddons for Workguard by Result.
Well done, Pete.
Yeah, just outside the podium, but still a great result. Jura Larkinen didn't have a fun time tonight in either race, I don't think, but 21st overall for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Chris Dixon finished 22nd for Workguard. Daniel Lewis finished 23rd for SRL. Demis Tigchalar 24th after doing more pit stops than like everybody else combined. For TRL Racing Forces, and Roger Morton, not really sure what happened to him in the end.
Well, Roger, 6 laps down.
Yeah, he did have a crash. It was while we were watching some other crazy battling, which is what we seem to do all night. Brings up the rear of the field tonight in 25th for Safeguard by Result. Well,
Wow.
that was just
phenomenal. It was, wasn't it? It was fantastic racing. Everybody's
Yeah.
putting a heck of a performance tonight. There's got to be some very happy drivers out there.
You would hope so, because they've put on a real show for us. It's been just sublime watching all the overtaking. I didn't think it was possible to overtake like they've been doing around here tonight. Yes, we had some little incidents. A lot of it was 50-50 stuff. There's nothing. There's never anything nasty in this league.
No.
And it was all sorted out
Saw
on
some
track.
saw some great saves.
Oh yeah, Miguel's one was mint.
Amazing skill. We saw some amazing skill out there, didn't we?
Yeah.
And some really great, determined, gritty, hard racing, but so clean
I know.
and so respectful
It's
for
just
each other.
fantastic.
That just makes me feel so good when I see that, Pete. You know, and we saw Chris stop to let somebody, you know, because he felt bad, you know, pulled up and sacrificed the place. You just got to respect that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And the respect these drivers have for each other just shows in the way they race together. It's a fantastic thing. They should be very proud of themselves.
Anthony Hilton's dumped a picture on Discord of his own car with one of the blue cones sticking out the bonnet of it at 7:42. So that was in practice. Funny stuff. And then he's put a unicorn picture underneath it. That's really good. I like that. That's funny. Right, let's bring in the first of our interviewees, and it's only right and true that we bring in the
track.
mid-conversation. I love it. Love it when he does that. Yes.
Every time.
Every
time.
Hola, amigo.
Hola.
Hola. Right, so first race, flag to flag, very, very tidy. I've not got the right car on the screen. Very tidy qualifying, and I think you were top of the timing charts in the practice as well. Did you do a lot of practice on this one?
I did. Well, no, I did Monday night, and that was it. And then the official yesterday.
Okay.
The car's in a good place, so I can just, as long as I do a bit of practice, at least one of Carl's sessions.
Yeah.
Then I can be somewhere where I need to be, and then if I need to find some more, I'll have a look at it. But no, the car just felt great. I think I made one change from Bathurst, and that was it. It's
Okay.
just a good car at the moment.
Yeah, it looks tidy. It looks well grounded underneath you, and the only car that I can compare you to tonight was Miguel. His looked as on it as yours did, out of corners, where you managed to get on the gas, and similarly for Simon Trundle actually, where you get on the gas in a corner is so far in advance of some of the other drivers, and their cars, even some of the really fast drivers. The launch is just so far in advance. But yeah, you tidied that up 6 seconds. You nearly won by in the first race. So congratulations with that. That's going to do your championship lead no harm whatsoever.
Well, you say that, yeah,
Oh.
but then the second race happened.
Well, yeah. Hole in the fuel tank, or just not got the same solar panels as Simon?
Yeah, essentially. I thought about it as we was doing the practice for night. I did a few laps with a slowdown, and I was like, oh, maybe you can save it. And I was like, if we still had 35 liters, then you definitely would have been able to do
Easy.
it like pretty easily.
Yeah.
But I thought with 30, it was just too borderline. The number that I worked out you'd have to hit every lap was just you'd be 3 seconds off or 2 seconds off the pace. It just would have not been worth it by the time you get to the end of the race. So I started off just by saving, just like not trying to damage the car, stay out of trouble. You can only really, it's like one car can pass one car at a time here. I know it's a general thing, but it's really difficult to overtake here anyway. So I thought I'll just save fuel now and see how it goes. And then the number, after like 3 or 4 laps, or about 5, 6 laps, the number I needed to pit was like 2.9 liters, and I was like, I think I can maybe make this. And then I saw obviously Simon and Miguel doing the same thing, and I think next time I'm just going to stay behind Miguel because he's so good at doing it, and I thought I was doing a pretty good job. I thought, do you know what? I'm not going to lie, it's going to be borderline, but it should be okay because the number I needed to refuel was coming down and down and down, like gradually and very slowly. I was like, I think I need to like start saving more and more. So I was doing more and more and more, and it was telling me at the start with 2 laps to go across the line. It was like, you need to fill up with 0.37 liters, and I was like, okay, now I need to be really aggressive. Obviously, Simon and Miguel came past me, and like they were still saving, but nowhere near as much as what I needed to do. So they did a better job in the first like 3/4 of the race.
Right.
I don't know what I did wrong, but it screwed me over basically. So
well, were you planning on doing 27 laps?
no, well, that's what I thought the race would be.
Oh, right.
If I thought it'd be 27, 28, depending on the pace at the front. So yeah, I just basically I just didn't save enough in the first half of the race.
Okay.
I was out on my own for a bit, and while I was saving, and there was no risk because I could let off way early. I should have been letting off even earlier, and then obviously I had to let 4th and 5th through.
Yes.
And so I ended up finishing, I think 6th, didn't I?
6th overall in the second race. Yep. Still up
Yeah,
9 places from the start, which is exactly the same as Simon.
But Simon, I think Simon's the closest to me in the standings.
He is.
I think.
Yep.
So to lose that much points, because in the first race, I don't think he was that far behind. I don't know where he finished in the first race, but it must have been.
He
4th,
was
5th?
no 6th. So you balanced each other out tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it depends on bonus points then. Okay, that's all right then. Because I wasn't.
Yeah.
I thought he'd finished 3rd or 4th in that first race.
No. He like you said, it is difficult to overtake. Some drivers were making it look very easy, but then mostly it's a difficult track to overtake. If you're on the outside of any of these corners, you just get mullered, don't you? So, but yeah, it was a very entertaining night's racing. You were in the thick of a lot of it. Not as much as Anthony Hilton, I don't think. He seemed to feature all night. But
Yeah.
but your lucky pants were definitely on until your unlucky fuel tank didn't hold up enough fuel. We'll blame it that way around, shall we?
Yeah.
Where are we going next time?
I think it's Zolder, isn't it?
Oh, I like Zolder.
Oh,
Oh yeah, nice one. Yeah, Circuit Zolder. I like that track. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it's a track that I like
Yeah.
very much. So I don't know what my pace would be around there, but I like driving it. It's another one that's fairly difficult to overtake, but there's a few good spaces. So I'm not sure. Is it the one with the 2 slow corners before the start finish straight, or is it the quick one? I don't
No,
don't
it's
know.
the Grand Prix one, so it's the big one.
It's the slow one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'd prefer that one to
Yeah.
be fair. Much better. It's a little bit. There's an extra overtaking spot if you get a good run. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I've not really done as many races around there as I'd like, considering it's a track that I just enjoy to driving on any game that I've done it on. So yeah, I just want to get through it, stay out of trouble, and then go into the last round and just stay out of trouble.
Well, you've only got a 200-point lead in the championship, so.
Well, yeah, well, anything could happen. Like the last race,
you're absolutely right. Yeah, there's 2
Pretty
rounds
sure
to go.
your car will be
3.
planted at Zolder, won't it? That
I
car is
think
working
I
for
think
you.
the car will work there. The set should work there.
Yeah.
I go okay there. So if I can do well in the first race and just stay out of trouble in the second race, then hopefully I'll be good. Like the competition is so good here.
Beautiful, isn't it? We've
it's
seen some
outrageous.
fantastic racing, Stephen. Honestly, it's been just fantastic. Honestly, great racing. It's credit to everybody, really. But yeah, so enjoyable. Yet again, another fantastic evening of racing for everybody
Yeah,
to
I'm,
enjoy.
I'm not a massive fan of this track we've just done, but yeah, it's yeah.
It
I'm just not a
kept
fan.
everybody together and caused an awful lot of infighting and difficult extended overtaking passages. I've always had to work so hard. You can imagine everybody's sweating and tired, and I bet you've had to work hard tonight.
Yeah, it was a lot of concentrating, looking at numbers, looking at where everyone is on tracks, and making sure the gap between where I was and the guys in first was enough to even make it be worthwhile, and seeing how long a pit stop is and on the fly. It was like it's not really researched before, so apart from I thought I might have been able to do it. So yeah, difficult, but it's just a different type of race. Obviously the first race you just go flat out, see who's the fastest. Second race is just so much more. There's not many people that could have saved that fuel, and I consider myself fairly good at saving fuel, but Simon and Miguel just do it
It's
incredibly.
astonishing, isn't
I don't. I'm going to ask them actually if they use the clutch for some of it. Like because I can't brake properly with my right foot. In the sim, like I'm left foot, I can do whatever, but I just can't put the same amount of force through as on my right foot. It's weird, really weird. I don't ask me why. I just can't. So I'm too scared to like left foot with the clutch and then right foot on the brake because I don't think I'd make it properly.
So what do you do in
Maybe
a V8 then?
Uh,
Because you have to blip the V8.
yeah. So I blip it with the accelerator, but I don't use the clutch.
Okay.
So to go down, I can't heel and toe at all.
Okay,
To
right.
save my life. I'd love to be able to, but I just can't. Partly because of the way the pedals are set up, but partly because I suck. But yeah, I think I have. I blip the throttle myself on the way down, but I don't use the clutch.
Okay.
To, like I say, to do the thing. I can't remember whether it's. I think I just auto clutch it. Because I like doing the blip on the downshift because it's the only thing I can do, and I just think it's just really cool to do.
Yeah.
It's part of the great things of driving that car.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to getting the new one.
Yeah. Well, that's you. If the rumours are true, I don't know.
They've announced it.
Well, they've announced it before and then
No,
reneged on it.
it's definitely coming this build in a couple of weeks.
Well,
Gen 3 cars.
I'm going to put 10 English pence on a bet that it might not happen. I'm not rich. I'm not rich.
I'll put every house that I've lived in on the fact it will be there.
Oh dear. Classic. There's a lot of boxes of shame suddenly appearing in the chat from Rene Earhart. Where is he anyway? He should be in an interview room. He's got a podium. Anyway, we're going to say fantastic racing tonight. Next time, get yourself a petrol ginny can so that you can top up halfway around. Used all your luck in the first of tonight's races, apparently. But not lost out on the points to Simon Trundle, which is probably the biggest focus, because you need at least 2 of those pieces of wood, right, to get a good bonfire going in your house.
Yeah, I meant to ask you,
Yeah.
like, do I get another one? Is that?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then-
no, I'm all right.
there's two more seasons worth of wood.
I'll have a full wood.
Full wood, yeah, maximum wood, yeah. How did you get it? How did you get it through the front door, by the way?
Maximum wood.
How did you fit the other one through the front door? Did you have to take the front window out to get it in the house?
Yeah, how did you know? They have to lift it in by Chinook helicopter.
Ah, I knew there was something, yeah.
Yeah, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
I
Excellent.
thought you needed 2 to start a fire.
Yeah. It's turning one on top of the other. That's brilliant. Love it, Alan. That's class. Right, in that case, silliness over. We will look forward to seeing you racing this time next week. The luckiest Wookiee in Christendom, although not if it's fuel related tonight. Stephen Walker.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for putting on a good show.
Good night, Stephen.
Great interview. That was class. Right, we're going to stay with the winners. I've just moved him into Air Smart Racing. I do this a lot. Why is the Air Smart Racing channel so close to the booth? Anyway, good evening, Simon Trundle.
Did I get banished?
Only temporarily.
Oh, okay.
Only temporarily.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations on the second of tonight's races. Let me select you. There we go.
Yeah, not the first one so much.
Well, so, even the first one. Everybody's been driving brilliantly tonight, I think.
Yeah.
It's so exciting.
You've definitely proven that overtaking is a lot easier than I thought it was at Rudskogen. All of you, by the way. And to be overtaken is a massive talent round here, because we saw some sketchy, maybe, overtakes and people allowing to be overtaken. I think Stephen was one of them, because was it you that he nearly cut out horrifically because he was off the pace so much that it was Miguel. He nearly drove straight into the back of Stephen. He's like, what the hell? But yeah, it's a 6th place in the first race. It is tough to overtake people of the same pace around here, isn't it? There's not that many
Absolutely.
opportunities.
I mean, we did this in the Clio League round here, and it was hard to overtake in a Clio.
Yeah.
So, what's it going to be like in a big saloon car with hatchbacks around? It's just, this is not going to happen. So.
Hopefully you had good fun in that first race, because you were in a pack of cars for quite a long time. 6th place was your reward for your effort, and it was Miguel was right behind you, wasn't he, or something? No, he was a bit behind you. You were with Martin, that's right.
He had a Team Camaro start.
Yes, it bogged down really bad.
Yeah, no. And then I was stuck behind Martin Shirley, who just didn't make a mistake. If you don't make a mistake, there's not much I can really do. So
No.
yeah, well done to him, because
Yeah, it was
he would have
driving
made one mistake
brilliantly
and I'd have
again.
had him. But nope.
It's been some
not
great performances by some of the guys tonight, hasn't they? They weren't getting out of the way, were they?
I was saying to Stephen that yourself, Stephen and Miguel seem to be able to get on the gas so much earlier out of corners than the cars around you. It was just bizarre. I don't know whether that was a function of the fact that you were fuel saving and your car turned better in the early part of the turn, and therefore you could push out the corner easier. I don't know, but you gained so much on leaving the corner on other cars.
I think on the feature race, that's just because we were fuel saving, and it
right.
just looks that way, because they gain so much to us on the way into the corner while we're off and coasting.
Okay.
That when we get back on the throttle, it looks like we've just accordioned away. But
Well,
Yeah,
it was quite pronounced today. And then second race, of course, sweating it out on the fuel save. Were you worried about Stephen at all, or did you know that he had a hole in the fuel tank?
I was 50-50. I knew he was, because he was trying to get past Anthony Hilton. I was trying to work out why he was doing that.
Right.
Quite so aggressively, because it wasn't worth that at the time. I think it was either just sit behind him and just save the extra little bit of fuel up, and then, which is what I did, and then have a couple of laps where you can just push a little bit harder and sort of get past him when he makes a mistake, and then make a gap so you can start banging back into fuel saving. But yeah, I wasn't sure. I was catching him, and then I started catching quite quick, and I thought, He's
Yeah.
he's got to still hit his number. So
Mhm.
that was alright.
Yeah.
So I was then more looking backwards at Miguel because I knew because he did it at Tsukuba that he was saving fuel to have a fast last lap. So
Ah,
I
okay.
didn't want him to be too close behind me, which is why I made the move because he was starting to approach me and I was behind Stephen.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I dubbed it the one problem on Toya strategy because, and you'll like this, the number we had to hit was 1.111111.
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I love it. Absolutely class. Well, we are at Circuit Zolder next time. I like that track. Stephen likes the track better than this one. Where do you sit on Zolder?
It's all right, actually, it's been
It's
artworked
been
up. So,
mapped up,
Yeah.
yeah.
so I haven't actually driven it that much. I think I did like 1 or 2 laps with the car that probably came out in the same build, probably the BMW, I think it was.
Mm.
So I actually haven't driven it since it's been tarted up, shall we say?
Right, okay.
Mm.
Well, I think
That's
you'll
like a
enjoy it.
Porsche Cup car, I think. So
Yeah.
that's a completely different car.
Yeah, you can't get more different than that. But similar to it is the race that you're going to do at the weekend, because we are V8 racing on Saturday, aren't we?
We are at Spa, which is a
We
track
are.
that I don't mind, but it gets used too much, and I don't like it for that reason. So.
It does feature an awful
And
lot.
I haven't even driven it yet, so I need to drive.
Yeah, well, possibly not worth it with this in your head, so you probably left it to the right time. In that case, we will let you go and do some V8 practice. I mean, you're
Maybe
leading.
tomorrow.
You're
Maybe
leading.
Friday.
Yeah, you're reigning champion there, and you're leading that championship. You're doing what Stephen Walker's doing in this one at the moment. So,
I need to get my wins in before the new car comes out, and I start to lose again. Because it is going to happen.
do you reckon? I don't think it will. I think
Oh,
I think
yeah,
you'll
so
boss it. I think you got
People
it
are coming
fine.
back. I'll have my normal pace, but I won't be winning everything. People
Right.
Will,
Okay.
people will click with that faster than me.
Right. Well, you're going to get a lump of wood if you carry on the way you are doing this season. Not my wood. Let's just point that out. But anyway, we will look forward to seeing you racing on Saturday in the V8 League. Simon Trundle, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah, well done, Simon. Yeah, another understated, brilliant performance by the man.
Absolutely, absolutely. Didn't give him a chance to thank anybody, but we'll let Jamie do that if we get as far through the interviews as that. Next into the booth, we're going to bring in previous champion to this series and Impulse Racing racer Miguel Freitas. Good evening.
Maestro.
Good evening.
Evening.
Maestro Miguel.
Maestro Miguel, yeah. So, explain a few things to me. First race, was it that difficult to overtake? Others have said it is round here. You finished 5th. You bogged down off the start, and I thought, oh well, this is going to be a very exciting recovery drive. We're going to get to see Miguel scythe his way through. Very smooth, stylish overtakes. And you kind of did, but kind of didn't at the same time. Talk us through that.
Yeah, very annoying that start. I practiced like 20 times on the practice session at the start, and I was getting it perfect every time. I did exactly the same thing on the race, and yeah, the car just spins.
Do you know what I find is a good solution for that? Doing 21 starts.
I need to try that.
Yeah. It's that 21st start that makes a difference. No, I mean it was a proper Team Chimera start, and quite a lot of cars got past you. Was it a tough overtaking? Here tonight.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
easy, is it? This track, you think you've done the overtake, and then the next turn is always against you, and it's like, how many opposite turns are there on this track? It's clockwise. Surely they all go to the right.
I think the person who designed this track wanted to make the first track that is impossible to overtake or something like that.
That was class.
Even with the perfect laps and a slower car in front, you really have to or force the mistake or wait for a mistake from the car in front to really have a chance. Unless the pace difference is really huge. But I managed to do a couple of overtakes. I was happy.
Oh,
They
you
were
did plenty.
nice.
You got a proper exclamation out of Alan when you did the save of the century on one of the turns. You were fully sideways across the track, and how
Oh,
you
it was
snapped that back,
fantastic.
I've no idea.
Yeah, it was superb. Absolutely, so skillful. It was a gorgeous thing to see. Yeah, and you kept it on the road. Yeah, it was lovely.
Yeah,
One of the highlights of the evening. Love to see that.
that's what
Mm.
happens when you go with almost no wing on a track that requires
Yeah.
That's class.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. There it is, folks. There's the
Yeah.
admission.
It
Yeah,
was an amazing save. It really was.
yeah, it was great.
Spectacular stuff. But
Yeah.
we've seen a lot of great driving tonight. There's been so much really great, respectful racing. It's been an absolute feast of pleasure for me.
Yeah.
It's just been fantastic racing all night. Everybody's put in a really great drive. I don't know anybody who's disappointed tonight, and nobody should be disappointed because it's just been a glorious evening's racing.
Absolutely. I've heard that you're going to take that rear wing off and just use it as a shelf in the garage. Is that right?
It doesn't bother with it much.
I wish I could. I wish I could.
Right, and in the second race, unlike Stephen Walker, you finished with fuel in the car and finished really close to the back of Simon Trendle after all of those laps. You measured that out quite nicely. We saw you almost get caught out by how slow Stephen was going on the penultimate lap. You nearly drove straight into the back of his car because I think you got absolutely stunned by the fact that he wasn't going anywhere. Very nicely measured out. What could you have done differently, do you think, to get Simon out of that top spot?
Not get involved with Anthony.
Right.
I was following Steven, and I was afraid that after he overtook him, he would get away. And I was trying to keep up with Steven to keep saving behind him.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I made the last minute move, and it didn't work out. I almost spun, lost a lot of time, and then I was just trying to keep saving, but also recovering the time, which is not really easy around here.
Not when you're trying to fuel save at the same time. Yeah.
You know,
I want to go faster with no gas. What?
I don't know if it was on broadcast, but me and Jamie were side by side on turn one. Both of us just
Oh
saving.
no, we watched that. Yeah, we watched that. Yeah. Funny stuff. Very funny. I don't.
Behind us.
It was one of those. After you, sir. No, after you, sir. No, you, sir. You go first.
Yeah.
That was funny. Yeah, that was good. We go to Zolder next. Do you like Zolder?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, everybody likes Zolder. Zolder's a great place to go. And maybe Stephen Walker will have,
Got some fuel in his car.
Well, just sorted out the hole that's in the bottom of the fuel tank. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting race there because that has got more opportunity for overtaking. It's a lovely flowing track. I like that. Anybody you want to?
Tight though, Pete. It is tight.
Yeah, true.
It's going to make them dry.
Twisty and technical.
Yeah, twisty and technical.
Yeah. Anybody you want to shout out to, Miguel, before we let you go?
Yeah, both of you for the broadcast. I know it will be great to watch later on, and yeah, everyone that showed up, especially the saving fuel crew.
Yeah.
That was it was probably the nicest boring race that I had because we were just all saving in a group.
Awesome stuff. Well,
yeah, it was nice in the end.
yeah. Found a member of the Solar Powered Club. Miguel Freitas invites you all to Fuel Save next time. And we will look forward to it. It's been great watching you racing again. You guys at the top are just brilliant to watch. And such split strategies. It's fantastic. It really is. Previous champion, Impulse Racer, Miguel Freitas, everybody.
See ya.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Right, next up, we're going to bring in... Who are we going to bring in? We'll bring in Mr. Jamie Wilson.
Jamie.
Good evening.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Right, what did you do in the first race? First race, you did.
His first race, he came here and fixed it for us.
He did, yeah.
Got his screwdriver out.
We're taking the blame for that because I dragged you into the booth to try and sort out my sound. 13th in the first race with some... Well, you had a busy night. Let's face it. There wasn't a spare bit of track for you, really, was there, in either race? And in the second race, it's self-inflicted because you were trying to fuel save. Yeah. So in the first race, Pete VG finished behind you, which is a good scalp. Chris Needham finished ahead of you. He had a really fast car tonight. The only thing that ruined his race was that spin he had, or half spin he had in the second one. Where he had to let the entire field go and gave everybody a Code Brown moment.
Yeah, I can sympathise with him there because that's what I had at Tsukuba as well. So
Ah, yeah, you
I had to
did.
wait forever. It was just I had to
Yeah.
wait so long that the leaders came back round again. So
Surely there's a gap here somewhere.
yeah,
yeah.
to engineer a gap.
Yeah.
No, yeah, race one. Chris was quick. Yeah, I just couldn't consistently match his pace. And then I suppose the same was true of PVG behind me, who was right stacked up behind me for a lot of the time, but then occasionally had a bit of a sketchy lap, and that gave me a bit of breathing room.
Okay.
And it just kind of ebbed and flowed a bit. I was sort of stuck in a little bit of a void in between them, sort of rubber banding between them. So, but it was a good position to be in, obviously, being then I was third on the grid. So,
Right. Okay. And well, yeah, I suppose it's a good advantage to be that far up in the second race. And I thought you were just being the most gentleman racer at one point, I think you let 5 cars go in 2 corners in the second race. And it hadn't even twigged with me that you'd be fuel saving that much. But then Stephen Walker pointed out by not managing to get any fuel at the end of the race that's exactly what you needed to do in order to finish. So, brilliant result in the second race in theory.
it didn't
you
quite work out.
No, you got stuck in too many battles, really, didn't you? In order to.
But it wasn't that. It was more. It was more that I got such a bloody amazing start.
Yeah, you infected Miguel.
Which that also happened. Yeah. That was. Oh, yeah. Come back to that in a minute. But in the first race, PVG kind of gave me a big squeeze on the way into turn 1, and Anthony Hilton was on the left and sort of squeezed me into him a bit, and it was a little bit sort of messy.
Yeah.
And so in race 2, I put myself in exactly the same position because Anthony Hilton on the left, Pete Van Gool on the right, and I was like, well, sod it, I've been here before.
That was
fine.
That was a brilliant start though, because you from what we saw, it was like, I am having the front of this race.
Yeah.
I am
it
having
was,
this.
yeah.
Get behind
It wasn't
me.
a plan.
It wasn't. No.
Well,
It worked against me.
We thought it was your plan. because
Yeah,
it looked
totally.
like, it's such a fiery, determined effort to get to the front
No,
and stick it there.
Honestly, as I released the handbrake and got going that first part of the stage of the start, I was like, bloody hell! What? And then
This feels unusual.
okay, I'll have to make this work then.
Yeah.
But the thing that buggered me up was that I then had, every man and his dog basically trying to figure out what I had for lunch yesterday right behind me. And in that context, it's unbelievably hard to fuel save.
Right.
Because,
Yeah.
of course, you're just going to
Yes.
get run over. So it was a race of 2 halves for me, but the first half was about 1 sector.
All right. Go on.
Because after that, I was like, damn, I can't be dealing with this the whole time, but I can't just lift off. It's going to cause a big crash. So, because they were so stacked up behind me in that first lap or 2. So I ended up using more fuel on the first 2 laps. And so, whereas Simon's target was something like 1.1.
1.11111.
Yeah, he called it the Juan Pablo Montoya strat. 1.111. There's a good video about that. I'll have to link you to. There's an old classic.
Okay.
My target after that first couple of laps was like 1.04 or something mad.
All right.
And so I was basically like going for a cup of tea on the straight. Like,
Oh dear. Oh, we saw you well offline on some straights, like properly offline, going after you, sir.
oh no, it wasn't the case. That's the thing. You can't drive like that when you are fuel saving. It's up
No.
to them to figure it out.
Yeah.
So it wasn't so much I was letting them through, so much as it was a case of, well, they're going to dive me here, and I'm not just going to turn in on them. There's no value to that. So, it wasn't so much a case of after you, but everyone that did pass me had to, show their nose to do it. I wasn't going to just let them through.
No, absolutely not.
There's plenty of times where I did just sort of take the view of, well, you're not here yet, so sod you, I'm turning in. You know.
Yep.
That's
Yeah, you're very good at it, Jamie.
You are,
be
yeah.
as most efficient
really
as
good,
possible.
And
So
Yeah.
nobody expects things to get by you easily, matey. Let me tell you.
yeah. We have a tussle at Zolder next time. I know you like Zolder because you told me you liked Zolder before.
Yes, very much.
Yeah. It's a good one. We didn't give Simon the well, I didn't give Simon the opportunity because I'm stupid. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and start your practice for V8s?
Shout out to you for not letting him shout out to anyone.
Hey.
Shout out to Microsoft for buggering your sound up.
Yes, thank you. Yep.
I know. Shout out to all the people that were kind of stacked up behind me at various points in that for kind of figuring out that's what I was doing, because I could have been crashed into a lot in that race if they weren't paying attention. So
Right. Yeah.
it's not obvious if someone's coming at you and you haven't, they've been down the road 20 seconds for most of the race and they've caught up to you because you're doing a crap job of fuel saving. Then they don't know what you're doing. They just turn up, and if you lift on the straight and ahead of them, you could just get rear-ended if they're not paying attention. So people have got a bit of racing nous baked in at this point to know that, to recognise that, which is a good thing. You wouldn't necessarily get that on a public server. So
No, definitely not. No.
And shout out to yourselves as always for putting it on and persevering through the audio gremlins and such forth. I know it's stressful to deal with, especially as you're on the about to go live screen.
Well, you don't know until you've loaded up OBS and then suddenly realised, hang on, nobody can hear anything.
Well, it doesn't help you in particular that in the weird, wonderful, wacky world of Pete's tech issues, if your sound goes wrong, it makes your head explode.
Well, this is true, yeah. At that point, sound is not my worst enemy, is it? It's continued loss of brain cell matter that is the problem.
I've got a bucket full of it, honest to God. I don't know what to do with it all.
Oh dear, classic. We're going to look forward to seeing you this weekend, racing in V8s.
Yes.
Simon, your teammate, is bossing that one and retaining his title at the moment, as long as nothing disastrous happens. And Team Chimera doing a great job in the team championship as well.
That's. I didn't realise until last week that in this TCR league that we were pretty much at the top of the.
Oh yeah,
as well.
yeah.
I honestly none the wiser until I just randomly clicked on it and thought, oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, now that I know that's a thing, that's interesting. And yeah, the V8s has taken on a bit of a new context now because we know the new car's coming finally. It's a bit of a send off for the old one.
Well, there is that.
Yes.
Yeah. I have bet Stephen Walker 10 English pence that it won't happen because we've been promised it before and it's never materialised. But he was totally convinced it was happening. So.
But people still miss the old cars before the ones we've got now.
Well, yeah, they do. Yeah.
There will come a point where we miss these cars. Let's not
Of
forget
course,
that,
of course. Yeah, they'll load it up and everything will be wrong for everybody. But there you go. In that case, we will look forward to seeing you racing again on Saturday. And best of luck for that one because I think that's going to be a good race. Jamie Wilson, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah, well done, Jamie.
Right, next into the booth, we're going to bring in Mr. Chris Dixon. Good evening.
Gentleman Chris.
Gentleman Chris, is he there?
Good evening.
Oh, he is. Oh, excellent. We've even got him. Right, in the first race. Oh, sugar. Oh, I've just lost my position on my broadcast, so I can't. What did you do in the first race? Because I've lost it.
21st.
Right. Well, that's not. Well, that's.
Not bad.
Yeah. Was that? Did you get a podium in the first or the second race? Can't remember.
Neither.
Neither. Really?
I think so. Yeah.
Are you fibbing? I think you might be fibbing.
I don't know.
One, two. No, it wasn't the first one. No, 21st got you 5th in your class.
I should have had one in the second race.
Yeah, I thought you had.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Anthony? But who? Anthony? Then that pesky. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get you now. I'm with you. I think you were in a podium position and then you pitted or something like that. Because you pitted quite late, didn't you? Took lap 27. You hung that out, didn't you?
I had to pit twice.
Oh, you did, yeah. Yeah.
Because I went in the pits and it didn't fuel me.
Oh, what?
Oh, no.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unfortunate.
Right.
To be honest,
Yeah.
it was lucky I raced because I got in, put the computer on, and I had a migraine.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah. Well, we saw you were late, matey.
Yeah.
I was very last minute, and
I'm surprised you raced
first
at all
race-
because I used to get regular migraines. Mine was linked to blood pressure, funnily enough. And Migraleave was my best friend for many years.
Yeah, it doesn't work on me, unfortunately.
Really?
I get it in my eyes first.
Yeah.
And my eyes go, and then I get a headache.
Yeah.
It got to the headache stage, so I put the computer on and went to bed.
Right,
Tablet, went
yeah.
to bed. And then I set an alarm for 22.
5 minutes before. Yeah.
So, and it went off and I felt alright, so I thought, right, I'll do it. And then halfway through the first race, I was feeling ropey.
Right.
And I said to the lads, if I disappear, that's why. But I was alright for the beginning of the second race, and then it started to wear off. And I had a good race. I was like nearly in the top 10.
Yeah, you were doing all right. That's what I was saying. That's why I was convinced you'd got a podium position. But yeah, with the second pit stop, that's never going to happen.
Yeah, just unfortunate, but it's one of them things.
Well,
No, we saw you give up your place for that gentleman.
Yeah, it was good race with Chris. We had a good couple of laps racing, and then it was just coming together. He obviously took the normal line, and I stayed straight, and it just. To be honest, when I've watched it, it looks more like netcode because I don't actually hit him.
No.
all
He
right.
just went across in front of me.
Yeah.
And I just
Yeah.
hit the anchors and let him go. He's
No,
quicker.
your reaction. Yeah, I think it was a 50-50. I said it in the moment, and
Yeah.
Alan agreed with me. You know, did you need to leave that one? It's the right thing to do, ultimately. But yeah. So well done on that. Shame about the double pit stops. Shame even more that you've had a migraine tonight, because I know more than most how bad that is. It's a horrific.
You know more than me because I've never had a migraine in my entire life.
Then be
Oh,
blessed.
no,
for
I
that.
don't want one. I know plenty of people that had them. They don't speak
Yeah.
of them very warmly, I have to say.
No, it's the tunnel vision.
I've had
it's-
plenty of my clients who suffered from them. So it's not
yeah.
something that's something I'm unaware of at all.
Well,
Yes.
unpleasant, and the nausea's no good either. That comes with it. So well done for racing, I have to say. You're a braver man than I am for taking that on.
That's looking as well.
Oh, but thanks, by the way. Do you want your knife back? It's lodged into my spine at the minute. Bottle of whiskey's going to be full of something. Anyway, yeah, sniff your bottle of whiskey next time before you drink any of it, won't you?
I've got some here, thank you very
Oh,
much.
right,
So it's getting a
okay.
bit low.
You know, string it out for another week. Don't forget this time.
Ooh, I know it's 13 week. I've
know.
only just found out, and I was, I've got to make allowances now.
You got to draw 13 lines on that bottle. Right, okay. Next time we're out at Zolder. How'd you go there?
I can't remember, to be honest.
No?
But I'm sure we'll get on there and practice on either tomorrow night or Monday.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. It's right up
I
your
think so.
street.
Yeah, it's a much better track than this one in terms of it's technical. Don't get me wrong, but it's a nice, smooth flowing track. It's nice. But yeah, I won't tax you anymore. Tax your brain anymore. You need to go and rest that little chap. Anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, yourselves as always for putting the stream on. It's always fantastic, and the fans for watching, and all the drivers as usual. It was all nice and clean. It was quite tight at the start of both races. Got good starts on both races, and I think with 3 wide going into the first corner.
Yeah. We watched some of that.
Yeah, we got all the way around to coming back up the hill, and before I got a nudge, but that was I think David and someone else had spun and I'd lifted, and I think Jura just went into the back of me because I'd lifted. Unintentional, the course, but it was just bunching up. But yeah, I didn't do too bad on the 1Xs.
No, that's good. Well, you've got my respect for actually racing at all with a migraine in the day. They used to fell me like a tree. So absolute respect to you. And we will hopefully see you this time next week at Zolder. And I think you'll enjoy that one. I think that'll be a much more pleasant experience than you don't remember right now.
And time to practice a lap.
Yeah, hopefully. Keep those migraines away. Chris Dixon, everybody.
Good night, guys. Thanks
Well
a
done,
lot.
matey.
And then, last in the booth and not banging her drum this evening, is Fiona Siddons. Good evening.
Good evening. Good
Good
to be
evening.
back.
Just Fee.
Yeah.
Hello, Fee.
How did you get on with
Good
the drum?
evening, Alan.
How did you get on with the drum bashing?
I got on well with the drum bashing, but the team didn't
The
get on so
team did
well with
very
the
Oh,
well. It
really?
looks like it was
we-
rubbish, but the drum bashing was fantastic.
we was playing Ice Bears Berlin, and they're one of the best teams in Europe. So we got to the last 16 of the Champions Hockey League, and I'm proud of the guys for that.
Well, that's
Cool.
a good result, isn't it? Crikey,
Yeah.
16.
Well, before the first game of the Champions Hockey League, nobody in Europe thought we'd win a game,
Oh, right, okay.
Oh,
and we got to the last 16. So we.
Ah, nice.
yeah, no, I
It-
think you can be well happy with that, matey.
Yeah, I think it'd do good for British hockey as well.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, puts them on the map, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, let's talk about tonight then. So, first race, 24th was where you positioned at the end of it all. In the first one, and then in the second one, much better. 20th, and just off the podium, I think 4th. Yeah, 4th in your class. What happened in the first race? Was it just a toughie?
Yeah, I got a good start. I think I qualified 23rd, and when we got down to that tricky little bit at the end, where it turned 3 and 4,
Yeah.
Roger went sideways. One of the Audis went sideways, and I sort of went sideways to avoid him, and then collected Roger. So
Right, okay. Yeah.
I run the rest of the race. The car had got a bit of damage the rest of the race, but I persevered with it. I think I could have got higher than where I qualified in that if I hadn't had that.
Okay.
Pretty
And then
well, yeah.
second race, you kind of held it together nicely. And you were a little way back from David Ayres, but you stayed way, way ahead of Jura Larkinen and Chris and Daniel Lewis. I think that some of them had a little bit of trouble around the track. But you get yourself on a clean race, pretty much, I think. You didn't get that many off tracks either, by the look of my screen.
I don't know. I didn't take a lot. No, I know I had 1 or 2 slowdowns, but
Right. Well, this
Which-
track's
didn't help.
No,
when-
they don't know,
that-
do they?
After the pit stops, I was right on the tail of David Ayres and
yeah. Paul Hurley. Yeah.
Pearl Early, and got a couple of slowdowns trying to stay with them, and just lost them altogether.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll put that down to overly zealous drum bashing from the previous week. Removing your focus from this one. We go to Zolder this time next week. You've raced there lots with us before because you've been in the series for a lot of years now, and it's great to have you with us. Obviously, how do you go at Zolder usually? It's a nice track, isn't it? It's flowing.
Well, I'll say what I normally say. I don't get on very well at Zolder.
Right.
Probably next week I'll do well.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
do well,
It
yeah.
seems to work that way.
Yeah.
In that case, anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go and start your Zolder practice?
Yeah, you guys for the stream, everybody who does the work in the background to make the league possible. Special shout out to Chris, racing with migraine. I know what that's like, and it's very brave tackling this place with a migraine. And
Yeah.
I have to shout out Fanatec. My pup chewed the USB cable off the back of the wheel.
Mhm.
And all I did was send an email to Fanatec asking what cable I need and where can I buy one, and there posted me one out.
Oh, right. Right. Well, that's,
Well done, Fanatec.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they get a bad rap for their customer service, but that
Yeah.
sounds very, very good.
I mean, I didn't ask for a replacement. All I did was ask
Yeah,
what I needed, and they sent one. So
really good,
Oh, well,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to
Good.
hear a good news story from Fanatec about customer
Yeah.
service.
probably with Corsair taking over, it'll improve anyway. So.
That's true. Yeah, they've been bought out, haven't they?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, yeah. That was a little while ago now, I think, wasn't it? Fink?
Oh,
Anyway,
Well, there you go. Well, I'm glad to hear that they did that. So maybe that's part of that then, if that's the case.
well,
Maybe
yeah.
because
Maybe they're
they've
just
got a long tradition of being absolute rubbish with customer service.
maybe there's a guy just sat at a desk who can't see out because there's cables like blocking his view. Needed to get rid of one just so he could see the
it's nice.
canteen or something. But
Very
anyway,
nice news.
yeah, we shall look forward to seeing you racing again this time next week. Fiona Siddons.
Yeah, goodbye, everybody.
Well done, Pete.
See you, Alan.
Cool. Right. Okay. That brings us to a close of the racing here. We've got to choose driver of the meeting,
Yes.
Alan.
Yeah. How are you going to do
I
that?
have no idea because Anthony Hilton featured so much tonight.
Yes.
He seemed to be on the screen all night.
Yes.
In the second race, he ended up dropping down the field quite a lot. He still won his class, but after
won
the
his
pit
class.
stop, he kind of dropped away. And I'm not really.
Yes, but before that, for a very long time, he was
know.
in there racing in the top 3.
Yeah, I kind of do want to vote for him. Something's telling me to do that. I'm just looking down the list, and Martin Shirley bossed his particular class of car twice this evening, top of the class for both races for Pro-Am. We got
It's tough.
Renee. Renee did really well in the second
Really
race.
did, yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember what he did in the first. I don't think it was quite as dramatic. Renee, where are you, Renee? In the yeah, it wasn't nearly as dramatic. It was 11th and 5th in class. So I think I'm still going to have to go for Anthony Hilton. It was a nice, polished, and very professionally driven race. I need to remember that he's in the AM class, even though he's probably going to end up in Pro-Am next season. But he was in there racing with the AM class driver, the Pro class drivers. Sorry,
drivers.
Yes, they were on fuel saving, schedules and stuff. But I think the way he handled his car, he didn't panic. He didn't put it in silly places. He wasn't trying to over defend or anything. A very calm and calculated effort from him. So my vote tonight is going to go to Anthony Hilton.
Yes, well, if you wanted on it, I'd give it because he really deserves it.
Yeah.
It was an outstanding performance by Anthony tonight. You've got to say that it was brilliant. There's lots of other people. We saw some great battling, didn't we? Roger was involved in some great battling.
Yeah.
Paul, who wasn't involved in great battling, to be honest? My captain was there, stuck in it. He was having a great time. There's been up and downs for everybody. Now I've got it's a difficult one here. Now you can help me. So I'm thinking Chris for his gentlemanly conduct and the fact that he raced against adversity, no time to get in practice, and did really well. And I think he deserves a good shout out. But also Jamie Jeffrey, because on a really hard track to overtake, he did a really brilliant job. Didn't he make 11 places, did you say? Something like that?
Well, in the end, he ended up 8 places after everybody had sorted out their pit stops and stuff.
Yeah, I just think that was fantastic on this circuit. He did a fantastic drive. But I think I've got to give it to Chris because I was so impressed by his courteous driving. In a 50-50, really, he took the gentleman's part, and he turned up and raced there, despite being actually fairly handicapped. Good on him, and congratulations, Chris. Well done, mate.
Yeah, well done to him. Well said. It's a great vote because, I think a lot of people would have just not done it. A lot of people like me probably couldn't have done it. He's obviously bossed that migraine good and proper. So a very, very well placed vote. Much respect for that one. So we look forward to Zolder this time next week, folks. We've got racing in V8s. I nearly forgot what the whole series was then. We're at Spa, as we've mentioned before. It's an oft-used track. It does well for the V8s.
Yeah, but for the V8s, it's a good circuit.
It is, yeah. There's lots of drafting opportunity, which is absolutely what you need in that car. And it's going to be a dramatic one. The final series race for that, or race week for that, is on the 30th of November, which is the week after, which is at Donington Park. And then apparently, so that people keep lying to me and tell me we're going to get the new cars in the next update. In what is week 14 this time, because don't forget we've got 2 more weeks of this TCR season to go yet. With the leap year we get an extra week. So I'll thank everybody that showed up on the chat. The chat was alive tonight. It was really good, so well done to everybody that contributed. Well done to JBDJ for struggling through the man flu in order to contribute to that chat. Thanks to all the racers that turned up. There was quite a few that weren't able to make it for one reason or another. People like Casper breaking fingers and such. And we hope that more will join us again for next week's race at Zolder. Thanks to Alan for joining me in the booth and being the professional entity in this booth yet again. And I will see you next time. Stay safe, folks. I'll hand you over to Alan, and good night from me.
Good night, Pete, my dear. It is all the work, honestly. He's a nervous wreck and exhausted by the end of the night, but he's here every week for us, isn't he? What a great man he is. What a star. What a night's racing we've had, folks. That was something else, wasn't it? Non-stop. Didn't let up at all. And this track just forced us all the way together into these lovely, scrunchy, battling groups of wonderment. Yeah, that was very nice. And I'm looking forward to Zolder. It's a bit of a favourite track. And yeah, I can't wait to see these guys hurtling round it. We'll see you all next week, folks. Now, I'm going to say big chord, but I won't be able to hear it. But big chord. Good night, my dear. Jung, there it is.